Oops. Hello, everyone. We are live, and I think I muted the right things and didn't accidentally delete anything. So, we're good. Hello, hello. We are here with episode 3 of Mouseguard. We are super excited to be here. I'm hyped. Everyone else is hyped. Let's go around and say who we are and who we are playing, and then we'll toss it over to our wonderful game master to carry on from there. I guess I'll go first. I'm Patches, and I'm a wannabe pirate mouse, and she has fun. She lives for adventure and the excitement of the moment. Let's go down to Chester.
Yeah, I'm Deception Check. I'm playing Chester the Mouse. He's an old fur that is probably regretting bringing along Patches at this point. But Cookie makes some great food, and with his herb wiseness, he can find some good things to flavor it up for Cookie. So me and my puppy here are going to enjoy the rainstorms and a great game of Mouseguard.
Excellent, excellent. And Cookie.
Hello, everybody. Shiny Pilot playing Cookie, the happy little baker mouse, and looking forward to seeing what crazy shenanigans we get into today. That's about it.
Awesome, awesome. And last but most certainly not least, our fantastical game master, Ethan.
Hello, I'm Ethan. I'm the game master. I play the territories and all the things that live in them that aren't you guys, which includes some spooky stuff and things like ducks and toads and other sort of creatures of the land that you would expect. I'm excited for today's episode. Today's episode, once things we get back to it, we get. However, before we begin, we got two things to do. First, we have the summary, which someone can do to either heal a taxed nature or to remove a condition.
Does anyone have any conditions? Alright, well I have a taxed nature, so I guess Patches is gonna do the recap. She's gonna do it in character. So.
Oh no.
Alright, so we woke up. It was a beautiful, bright morning. I tried to steal some pancakes, and Cookie wasn't having it, so I had Chester team up with me, so we could be a full pirate crew instead of just a lone pirate, and that's when we heard the quacking. So we rushed outside, and lo and behold, there was a beautiful duck, and I had to tame it, and so I did, and it was awesome. And then we went on an awesome adventure. We flew off into the distance, into the sunset, really, except that it was morning, so, we had a ways to go before we hit that moment in, our lives, but we landed near a pond, and my arch nemesis, Tad, approached us. Thankfully, Cookie and Chester weren't too far behind because Tad was a bit aggressive, and we kicked his butt. And unfortunately, though, Quackers ran after Tad and probably ate him. Not unfortunate for Tad, unfortunate for Quackers, because we were going to be best friends forever, but it's fine. So after that, we got back to town, and we decided to head off. Keep going, keep trekking. We took some mail and a really cool, suspicious orb, and we carried it along, and we had to light it on fire with a torch, some weird pedestal thing, and it really freaked me out, and I may have partially turned into a duck, but I'm not telling anybody that. Yeah. And now we are sleeping, and I'm keeping my eyes on that orb, because I don't trust it.
One thing missing from that summary, which, by the way, go ahead and repair your tax nature by 1 point, was that when Cookie looked into the orb, he saw a snowstorm, which is incredibly relevant because, as we open into our first scene, I'm going to say it's Chester actually wakes up first from a freezing chill coming across you.
That's not normal around here, is it? No.
It's the middle of summer.
What day is it? Patches.
10 more
Patches.
minutes.
Patches.
What?
Wake up.
Is there a duck?
No, there's cold.
Oh.
You feel freezing.
I mean, I'm getting old here, but I don't think it's. I mean, are you cold?
Yes.
When you look around, because you guys found a nice little spot, under a root, kind of like a little burrow, you'll notice that you don't currently see the sun. It's actually very dark in here.
Oh.
What time do I think it is right now?
You think it's early morning
That's not good.
based on your natural clock.
I look over at the orb.
You can't. There's something blocking the way.
I think the orb did this. Uh-oh. Did everything freeze? No. Alright. Apologies, stream. I think it's just a twitchy twitch. Uh-oh. Oh. My Zoom completely froze and my computer froze, but I think we're good. I think we're back now.
I just hear your voice.
You.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't see you.
Can you see me now?
No. Yes.
Right,
There we are.
Hey!
Okay.
Weird. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. Thank you, Zoom. That's fine.
Better statement. Thank you, Comcast.
Thanks, Comcast. Alright. So. Yeah, patches.
Snow.
Snow!
I mean, if I'm correct in my assumption, that's a snow drift.
No, it's summer.
Here, go dive into it.
Okay, and then I go and I dive into it.
Kind of like, because you have to go like up and into like the hole where you guys kind of got into, and you kind of like, it's not a very thick layer of snow, but it is definitely like a dusting of snow, which to a mouse is a considerable amount of snow. But you kind of like pop up, like little puff of snow. And yeah, the whole, you can't see the crossroads anymore. You can still see the orb. It's still lit.
Oh.
But the statue that was there is covered in snow, and all the trees are covered in snow, and yeah, there's a lot of snow, like for the middle of summer, especially.
What does it look like?
A lot of
Patches.
snow! Especially for the middle of summer.
You can't have snow in the middle of the summer. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, you come up here and look at it. I'm gonna make a snow
Right.
mouse.
Cookie.
I imagine we still see the scene from outside, so we just see Patches disappear and Chester pop up.
Cookie.
Oh, yeah. What?
Did you make it snow?
Oh, it's cold. There we go. Burr.
I didn't bring any flour with me. How could I make it snow?
It's snowing outside and it's summer. I'm just trying to figure this out because in
Not
all my years of rangering, I've not seen it like this ever before.
It's not snowing, and Cookie's gonna
Fine, you come up here now.
dirt out of his eyes and roll over, and he'll kind of sit there with his little chef's hat, little cockeyed a little bit, with a little bit of snow dust on it, going, "Oh, it's snowing." Boop.
Yeah.
Is the orb out there?
You did see the orb. It is still lit, and it is not covered in snow, but like all around it is.
So the whole area is still on fire from when we stuck it in the campfire.
It's not the campfire. There's like a little
Torch.
pedestal that it's set on.
Yeah.
Okay.
A brazier.
The orb
Not
is
a
just
brazier.
burned.
Brazier.
A brazier, yes.
I make that same
That,
mistake.
every time I'm like, ooh,
It's
what a
phonetic.
saucy orb.
It's not phonetic.
So it's sitting on a pedestal burning. Just the orb is. There's no
Mhm.
fuel underneath it burning. It's
Oh, there's fire, or there's like wood
Yeah,
and stuff still in
it's
there
a
burning.
brazier.
just checking to see. Okay.
Yeah.
Cookie will kind of look at the group and be like, well, we should probably get out of here in case the snowdrifts get worse. So he's gonna get up to the top and start like clawing away at the snow, make a little bit bigger hole that he can squeeze through.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it wasn't too thick. Maybe like an inch to half an inch of snow.
Okay. He'll dig that out, and
Yeah.
if somebody needs to give him a push, give him a push. And like,
It just goes tumbling out.
yeah, exactly. Ooh, ooh.
Glad I have a nice warm cape.
Glad I have my scarf. Sorry, Cookie.
Like, I'm glad I'm fluffy.
As you kind of crawl out, it is, for all intents and purposes, you if this feels like natural snow. Like you step on it, it makes that and fresh. It makes that crunchy noise, and It's very loose. It's not like thick packed snow. It is very, like I said, dusty and
Powdery.
powdery.
Okay.
Um,
Then Cookie will kind of gingerly trudge forward towards the orb through the snow and kind of just get a little warm by it and kind of look at it. Does he see anything different with this orb? I mean,
the cat's eye is missing.
he'll call to the group, like, come here. There, the orb is burning, and there's no eyeball in it.
Maybe
Is
it
that
burned
strange? I don't know much about orbs.
I don't either. Except that
well,
they're suspicious.
I thought I saw an eyeball in it the night before.
It wasn't an eyeball. It like a cat's eye marble.
Yeah.
Yeah, the slit. Well, I thought I saw the shape of an eye in it. How about that?
Cat's
He'll say that to the group. He's like, I mean, I thought I saw something. I thought I was just seeing things, like dancing off the flames and other weird stuff. But it's now clear, at least.
Well, it was there. I saw it, and now it's gone.
Well,
Patches, you said you were suspicious of the orb.
Yep.
Why?
Well, look at it. It's suspicious.
do you guys think we should take it out of the fire now? I mean, it's been in the fire all night.
No, that was what we were told to do. We were told to leave it in the fire, and we always follow orders.
If we
Right,
leave it in
Patches?
the fire the rest of the day, it is going to burn the forest down.
No,
Get to
it's
sleep,
not.
idiot.
It's in a
No.
brazier. It's not.
Along,
I always want to call them braziers for some reason. I don't know what it is. I know it's so silly. It's parents. They had a different way of saying things. I'm sorry, but no.
well,
Did you guys see anything suspicious last night? Was there anything strange before you went to bed? I mean,
I was
No.
asleep.
no,
I was real
nothing
tired.
that would have led you to believe that there was snow coming today.
Nope.
Hmm? Well,
Nothing about snow.
well, we've done our job, so we should probably use this early morning and get our way back. It's way too cold. If it's this way everywhere, we need to get back to town.
We gotta keep going forward.
Is it still morning out, or is it
Yeah.
morning?
This is fresh morning.
Or a town, Patches.
Okay.
You can't quite tell because the sky's kind of. It's not like thick clouds. It's a very light cloud, but you can tell that there's light starting to come through.
I mean, we're halfway to Dawn Rock. We gotta go the rest of the way.
Well, then let's get moving.
Okay.
Grab your stuff. Cookie, can you make a quick breakfast?
Sure, but I mean, do we need to put more wood on this orb to keep it burning?
No, they didn't say to.
Nope. We're following. Look, this is too weird today. We did what we were told. Let's move.
You know what? You're right. Breakfast, and let's get out of here.
I'm gonna eat snow for breakfast.
Cookie. Mm-hmm.
That's not smart.
Cookie's gonna
It's not
grab us.
yellow.
It's not food.
It's crunchy.
It's water. And it's cold. It'll make you colder.
Oh.
Can Cookie practice his gathering and see if he can find anything in this snow? Any berries?
You are technically in the GM phase.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna say that you guys find like a smattering of breakfast.
Okay.
He hodgepodged together something then from.
Yeah, but it's not enough that it would cure any conditions or anything like that. But it's just it's enough to get you going in the morning.
All right, let's go.
So
As we leave, though, Cookie's gonna keep glancing over his shoulder at that orb.
so are you guys heading toward which city are you guys heading towards? You're at the crossroads.
Dawn Rock.
Dawn
Yeah,
Rock.
Dawn
All
Rock.
right.
That was our plan.
Yes. For this, I am going to require a pathfinding check because you don't know where the road is anymore.
That's
It's
good
covered
because
in
I'm really
snow.
good at that. Most of the time.
And I believe since I am ruling that we are currently in winter time, I believe it's a task. Oh, sorry, no, it's a versus test against winter,
Uh-oh.
which has 7 dice, I believe.
Battling Mother Nature.
Wow.
Yes.
Adds 7 dice?
Winter is mean. You don't want to mess with winter. There's a reason why the mice hibernate during the winter. Yeah, it's 7.
All right, we'll roll.
Summer is normally 4.
Okay.
Do you want to earn any checks here? Do you want to?
You know what? And I can add some to it from Persona, correct? If I remember correctly. Is it Persona?
Yes.
Okay.
You can use Persona to do one of 3 things. You can use it to add a dice
Okay.
to a roll, and you can do that up to 3 times, and it costs 1 Persona each. You can use it to tax your nature, which lets you roll your nature in addition to whatever else you'd roll, but it has the potential of lowering your nature temporarily. Or you can use it with a wise and go, of course, and re-roll all failed checks.
Well, I don't have a wise. It's going to work for that.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask for help from both Patches and Cookie.
Yeah.
And direct them to help me find them if they want to help. It's up to them.
I'll help.
How are you helping?
I'm gonna help with either hunter or laborer. Laborer to help like kind of clear, like see like if I can find the edges of the path and stuff, clear out some of the snow.
Yeah, I'll work with that.
Okay. I'm going to also use a trait called Bearings. I'm going to use it 4.
Okay.
So I have points in Scout.
Mhm.
Would that help affect in any way, shape, or form for finding a path?
You just tell me, hey, I'm helping with Scout, and I say yes or no, and if it's yes, he adds 1 die to his roll.
Okay, I'll help with Scout then.
Okay. So you're scouting ahead.
Okay. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 dice right now.
Ooh.
Beating winter.
And now you said I can use a persona to use my nature.
You can, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go all out because we're not getting stuck in the snow. So I'm gonna use now. You can use just 1 persona, and that lets me roll the 3 nature dice I have, or 1 die for the nature.
No, let's use all 3 of them.
Oh, okay. Let's use all 3 nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's 1 persona to use all of your nature.
Okay.
Or add all of your nature to the die roll.
Okay, so that's 11 dice.
Okay.
Roll.
All right, so let me see if I remember.
Are you using any checks for or any traits for or against yourself?
I'm using 1/4. That was Bearings. That got me up to 11.
Okay.
All right, so what is /dice?
Roll. It's /R. However dice you want. T.
That's
square
right.
bracket dice.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
I got
Well,
an 8.
I mean, you sure did. So you succeeded, and this was against your nature, so go ahead and reduce your... You know how nature has 2 slots? Reduce the first one by 1.
Okay.
So your nature is currently 2.
And then we
I put a check in advancement because I passed using that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
and we put points into pass first.
No, you do not. You do not.
Not for help.
You do not check for helping.
Okay.
Right, it was my check, so...
Yeah, you managed to get to town with little to no problems. You just stay on the trail as best you can, and when you can't, you just find ways around. Use the snow to your advantage a little bit. Like if there was a difficult section, you managed to like climb some hills and then slide down on a piece of bark. The thing that you know is that the plants aren't ready for winter. And you can tell that they're already kind of like not dying. I guess they are dying. They're like freezing a little bit. Like all the fresh
Frost, like
grasses.
the ice burns on everything.
Yeah, it's becoming brittle, and like all the leaves on the trees are either starting to fall off and are frozen, like crunchy, or they stay up there and are frozen. It seems like nothing was expecting this sudden shift in the weather. So it's not like you guys somehow slept until winter.
Oh, good.
You can tell that that's obviously not.
I was genuinely concerned.
Yeah. That did not happen. But yeah, you managed to slide into town on one of these brittle leaves. You kind of toboggan down one of the hills into town. And there's not a panic about the townsfolk when you arrive in Dawnrock, but there is definitely some concerns. People are obviously like there's a lot of murmuring about the townsfolk, and they're pulling as much as they can out of the water. Fish are basically trying to leap onto shore to get out of these suddenly very frigid waters.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
wow.
there's fishermen who are very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm right there with them.
Yeah. So there's a lot of chaos, but you can tell that there's some amount of order to it. So either these are very, very hardy townsfolk, or someone's in charge.
All
Okay.
right. We should,
Is there-
check in at the ranger station.
I was gonna say, is there a ranger station we can head to?
Sure is. This one is actually closer to the docks. Because normally you'd have boats coming in and out, and rangers often ride the boats to destinations.
As we're walking up to the ranger station, do we see like any old fur sitting around that don't seem to be too worried about this?
This is, without a doubt, a unique experience.
Okay.
Everyone's a little on edge. Because, like I mentioned, mice don't deal with the winter very well. If you're not prepared for it, heavy snow can crush mice housing. It can ruin crops. It can, there's a lot that is going wrong right now.
Is there any like crazy old mice out in the streets going, "It's the end of the world! It's the end of the world!"
That's Patches.
I'm gonna say it's not an old gray whisker. It's actually, you actually do see one person sort of sitting at a critical juncture, just sort of sitting in what you would imagine would normally be a busking section, like someone who's playing an instrument looking for scraps and whatever. They're wearing a dark hood. It's obviously not a busker, but there's someone sitting in that position as all this busyness is happening around them, and they're just sitting with their paws kind of curled together like this, and just the end has come, but we fight against it. And they're just kind of muttering that same phrase over and over, and kind of
They're kind of creepy
rocking.
or
Well,
crazy.
I mean, unless the rest of the group wants to stop by, I think Cookie'd like to walk up to that person as he sees him do that, or walk by, then kind of stop, turn, and walk back to him and go, "What do you mean the end of the world is coming? It's just a little snow. It's fine."
The snow is not the problem. It is the solution. As you kind of are talking to them, you notice that because they're wearing a cloak, they actually have a clasp that is, it's tarnished and old, and kind of it's very worn, but you can make out the tiniest hint of the old Mouseguard insignia.
Oh.
Ooh. Is there any kind of, I mean, this may be specific to each mouse, is there kind of any formality or special respect that's given to an original Mouseguard? Or are they just kind of seen as tough veterans, or?
It depends on if they fought for or against Merla, who was the last matriarch. A lot of the mice who fought against Merla were held with respect, but most of those mice gave away their Mouseguard. They put away all their insignias and they joined the people.
Okay, so odds are then if he's displaying this, he was on the good side, and
No,
No.
probably
Bad side.
more likely actually fighting with fighting on Merla's side, who is
okay, sorry.
by all understanding was a witch. like an
Okay.
actual witch.
And Cookie will kind of glance at that, glance back at them, and just have a good day, and just walk away from them.
To the ranger
Stay-
station.
Stay warm. Is
Cookie,
what they say, and then they go back to their chanting.
I'm running.
Cookie, what did he say?
Something about as he looks behind at the figure and keeps walking with Chester. Something about this will be the solution. This will fix things. He had the old guard badge on.
He was Mouseguard.
Probably not the good kind either.
Ooh. Take some fur some whiskers to really keep that one on in town. I don't know. It's got big whiskers on that one. Game Master, I have a question.
Yes.
Has it snowed any in recent memory since the poppies have started becoming a problem?
During the winter?
Okay. Now
Every winter.
every
It-
winter it does snow, okay?
It snows, yeah. No,
Okay.
snow is a guarantee in the territories.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And Cookie will just kind of look to Chester and be like, "Well, it's probably just an old quack. Let's just keep going here. Let's go check in with the ranger station."
Fair enough.
And Cookie's looking ahead at Patch's, ninja running way ahead, like beelining for the ranger station. She's like, "Slow down, Patches. Don't get lost."
Patches,
I
you-
never get lost.
As you turn around to say that, you actually like slam into a snowbank.
Yep.
Cookie's just I'm imagining her just like boop, back out of the snowbank,
Yeah,
like
just-
snowed-
just
like,
On the
off-
other side.
Fun.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, or punches through the other side. Just like the perfect like cartoon tunnel of her ninja running outline.
Even the ears.
Yes.
Yeah, even the ears.
It's like Mickey Mouse just ran through. Whoosh.
Yeah. You notice that the ranger station's actually very busy. There's a lot of people kind of crowded at the front door, and there is a probably the host of the station is standing on the porch, kind of just addressing a bunch of people, just like, "What do you want us to do? It's snowing."
I mean, I imagine that most of them would probably be like, that's awesome.
Oh, there's a lot of people just freaking out. Like, there's people who are asking about like, is their mail gonna come on time? Like, which by the way,
We've
you guys
got
still
the
have.
mail.
You have a bit of mail, but other people are like, "Oh, but I have a cousin in X town. Can you make sure they're all right?" Like, there's a lot of requests happening.
Mhm.
And,
Other people too, they're like, "Hey, what if we go down to this town? Maybe they're not getting snow there."
yeah, and there's a lot of like, "Hey, do you know what's going on?" And they're like, "No, we don't. Like, I got a clue." You guys actually know who this mouse is by reputation, because you're all part of like the ranger
Mhm.
organization. And this is the north side is kind of your home. This is Boris.
Of course.
He is a most notably, what you know about Boris is he was part of the old guard
Mhm.
and fought against Merla, and was one of the first people to set up the Rangers.
Oh.
So they're like, he was one of the people who realized we still need someone to do these jobs. I will keep doing it. You just have to pay me.
Makes sense.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very, very like sensible, business-minded, but still wants to help people. But yeah, this is Boris, who, like, the mice are panicked, but they'd probably be a lot more panicked if they weren't talking to someone of his station.
But I mean, before we talk to him, I think Cookie at least would want to wait till either the crowd disperses a bit or maybe the right time to walk up there and say hi, because, we step up there, they're going to be like, "You, out-of-towners, how's the weather out there? Do you know what's going on?" And Cookie's
Snow
like, "I don't
everywhere.
pay attention."
Okay, so you're gonna Are you gonna help at all? Or are you gonna try to? Or are you just gonna stay back and wait?
Do we know, is there a back door into the ranger station?
Uh, almost usually.
Like, let's go to the back door.
All right.
Boris has got this, and we'll just cause more of a stir wandering in. Let's just kind of sneak in.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a
like
good
a pillaging raid. Okay. Sneak it.
Right, we're pillaging into a place we're allowed to go.
Shh. Don't
Pillage
destroy
food we're
the
allowed to eat.
illusion.
Okay, no, it's okay. Fine.
You guys enter in through the back door, which leads into the kitchen area.
home
There's-
territory.
There's no one in here. In fact, you don't hear anyone in the building.
Cookie will go walk normally, no sneaky, just because he's Moose, and he will walk around the front and then look for the stamping book to at least do his official duty before he looks for anybody inside the upstairs, whatever.
I think Boris can see you through the glass
Mm-hmm.
of the front door and kind of like looks and glances at you, and he kind of like holds up a paw and is just like, 1 second, and turns back and is talking to everyone else, and he's like, excuse me, everyone, I need to go do my job for a bit. I will answer all questions in about an hour. And they're like, okay. And they start to
Rabble.
disperse. Yeah, they start to disperse angrily.
As he walks in, Cookie's just getting ready to get his brooch into the ink pad or whatever they used to stamp it. He's
It's a
just
bit of beeswax.
Mm.
wax. Okay, perfect. He's gonna get that set up and just like.
And it's like, back, really? You didn't want to help me with that at all? Never mind.
Hey,
We
it
just
looks like
thought it
you
would
had
cause
a
more trouble than
big- Yeah.
you already were dealing with.
Fair enough.
Look, we just came from the south. Yes, and this is Patches, our newest addition here. We just came up from the south, and we spent the night in the woods and woke up, and it was snowing.
How far south?
Thistle down.
Crossroads.
Yeah, Cookie looks to Chester like,
The
Crossroads?
the crossroads between here and
Thistledown.
Thistledown.
Okay.
it seems like it's snowing all over the place. This is surprising. This is weird.
This is incredibly strange.
Yep.
Kinda thinks for a second.
Have you ever seen anything like this before, Boris?
No, this is very strange. I don't. You know what it smells like, though?
Snow.
Kind of like leans in closer to Cookie and kind of like kind of judges you a little bit, just kind of like trying to see who you are, and kind of backs off and then turns to Chester.
Okay.
Just Chester's a bit of an older mouse, so he's just like, you might know what I'm talking about. Smells of witchcraft.
Oh. I would know nothing about that.
It seems right. I mean, you can't. There's not really any reasoning. I mean, it was a clear, comfortable day, and then. Wait, do you know anything about? Do you know we were given a mission
Mm-hmm.
to take an orb to the crossroad, put it in the fire there? Do you know anything about this?
What kind of orb?
Kind of looks like a cat's eye.
Like a marble?
Yeah.
Kinda.
But when we
But
woke up,
it's
the
not that
cat's
way
eye was
anymore. It's just a
gone.
marble now.
Well, hey, look, it may not be anything to do with the marble for.
I'm
know.
very suspicious of that marble.
Look, right now we don't know.
Hey, but there was also that really shady looking fellow in town as we came in. You know, the old guard, Chanter. Have you seen them in town before, Boris?
Oh, yeah. They usually only pass through in and out. They don't usually stop by for too long. The folks here don't like them too much.
Okay, well,
Obvious reasons.
He's just so you know, he's just up the way a bit, chanting about the snow fixing things. You know, maybe he's the culprit.
I'll have to bring him in.
Seems like a stretch, Cookie.
Well, look, Cookie's getting like a little defensive and a little like, oh, look, you know, it's just nothing to do with an orb. Surely, it's probably some,
Well, I only brought up the orb because Patches thought it was suspicious.
Very
You were
suspicious.
acting funny around it, and it looks different this morning than when we put it in the fire.
Which is very
Oh,
suspicious.
I'm not acting funny. It's just an orb. It was we put it in the fire. I just didn't want to leave it there so it didn't burn down the forest. You know.
It's in a
Mm.
brain.
He's kind of looking at you guys some more. Just, oh, you guys are from what's it? Wild Seed.
That's where we're stationed, yeah.
Interesting. None of you know. Never mind. You don't have the look of it.
No, don't mention something and then not say it. You go ahead. We're all rangers here.
Yeah.
Did they train you in any sort of witchcraft in case anything comes from the old Lockhaven?
Training? No.
Good
Oh.
heavens, no.
No, I'm just a cartographer and a pathfinder. I just do the trails, do the maps.
I'm a not pirate.
I mean, they took one look at me and they said, "Hey, if you can make it through the physical training, you can be our cook."
That's what I was afraid of.
Yar.
You have this training?
I know a little bit. Come with me. And kind of
Okay.
motions you to what you assume is his office. This space is normally kept for all the records and all that sort of thing, but this one's set up a little bit more like an office, like if he was entertaining
Oh.
guests or statesmen or that sort of thing. And it's got a pretty sizable library in here.
Quick question for you too, Game Master. Is in the land of these mice, is magic something that's now secretive and kind of a lost art? Is it something that's kind of readily well known? Is it stories?
So
Overall impression of magic.
it didn't exist as far as the territories were concerned like 50 years ago. And when Merla came back from the west, something was wrong with her and
Oh.
she became obsessed, and eventually stories around these miracles, these amazing things were surrounding her, and people eventually thought that she had learned magic in the west, and that she was teaching it to the guard, to her inner circle. And that's when things started going bad. That's when the poppies started coming in and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So
got it.
magic is known, but nobody knows about it. It's like, oh yeah, of course magic exists, but no one knows how it works or what it does, 'cause most of that knowledge was lost or forbidden or that sort of thing.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
But yeah, people are more than willing to accept that it exists because the poppies kind of stare them in the face.
This is true.
Yeah.
Your one always ever present reminder.
Yeah. And he kind of leads you in and starts kind of looking at the shelves. And he's looking through them and pulls one off the shelf, and it's this old leather-bound book, which mice don't really have access to leather. Like they don't. I mean, they could, but they don't usually do that kind of practice. They don't bind things in leather because, I mean, you'd have to kill a rabbit, and rabbits are much better for, like shearing like you would a sheep, just cutting off their fur and stuff and turning it into cloaks.
Could this be like a mouse skin book, like a necromantic creepy book?
You don't think it's mouse skin? If anything, it's probably squirrel or rabbit or
Frog.
Weasel.
Frog leather. Now that would be interesting.
yeah. It doesn't have that sort of mucus look to it.
It's not a slimy book.
Yeah, but he places the book on the desk and kind of flips through some pages and sits in his big chair and kind of offers you all some seats here. He's like, when we were assaulting the keep.
Chester really looks in because he likes these stories. He was a kid when all this was happening, kind of. So, you know, he wasn't very old at that point. So this is new to him.
When we were assaulting the keep, we'd made sure that it was a clear day. We wanted to make sure that we had the best possible chances at fighting against this thing. But as soon as we reached the approach, clouds came out of the castle, and with them thunder and lightning. And he points to, like, from what you can tell, this isn't as much as like a spell book as a description of known spells. Right, like it doesn't tell you how to do them, but it tells you how to
spot
stories surrounding them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he points to an entry, and you can see like a artistic rendering of Lockhaven with clouds swirling out of it, and lightning everywhere. We weren't expecting that.
I mean, why would you expect that?
It's very unexpected.
But changing the weather is definitely within the facet of things that are possible. My question is who?
Cookie kind of raises his paw. He's like, is it always a who, or could it be a what, maybe? Or are these things known to have been made through objects, or is it usually like a being?
What are you getting at?
Oh, nothing. I'm curious and wanting to learn. Is it hot in here?
No, it's actually kind of cold, Cookie.
Yeah, because there's snowing outside. Cookie?
Well,
Cookie, come on, spill it.
look, I saw something in the orb. And went to bed when it was in the flames.
Didn't involve ducks, did it?
No.
Okay,
no,
good.
I think I missed something.
distant quack, but you know, like wah, wah, wah. And Cookie proceeds to describe what he saw in the orb before going to bed, and I just thought it was a figment of my imagination.
Cookie, I've asked you twice today if you saw anything strange. Why are you now just telling Boris? Why don't you trust me?
Yeah, Cookie, we're your ranger group.
I figured you guys would, blame me or something for it. Like,
No! That orb was super suspicious, and now you've confirmed my suspicions.
Well,
You're going to make me start questioning everything about what you said and what Patches has been saying if you guys aren't being upfront with me about the orb.
all right. Well,
You
look, that orb is
suspicious?
really creepy. All right, and you have to set it on fire and leave it in the fire. I mean, how much more creepier do you need it to be?
Boris is flipping through
moss
some
in the
new
fire.
pages.
It's like flipping faster,
Yeah,
like
just like,
flaming orbs.
and then he like puts a finger down on a page, kind of tapping it excitedly. It's like, interesting. So you were at the crossroads. That's where you put this thing.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it's still there, smoldering.
We don't know where that statue came from.
No?
Never have.
Oh,
Just following orders from the...
from the
No,
ranger
command.
station.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong. It's
Okay.
from one of our specialists. It's a protective device. I don't know what that means, but presumably you completed a ritual to create some sort of protection. Why would that cause a snowstorm, though? Unless
Maybe we did it wrong.
no, He starts flipping through the pages again. We know that the poppies don't grow in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they do, they grow much slower. Which would imply that we need to find out where the poppies are going. No, this is too big. You need to go back.
Get back to the orb or back
to Wild Seed.
Wait, we have one other thing to mention. I was told not to worry about it, and that a real smart mouse was telling me that I shouldn't worry about things that are above my pay grade. But we were delivering mail to was it Thistledown?
Mm-hmm.
We were delivering mail to Thistledown, and one of the packages was wrapped very shoddily, right, Patches?
Yeah, it was really poorly wrapped.
Mm-hmm. And we found when it opened accidentally, there were poppy seeds in it. And it was delivered to a scientific mouse in Thistledown. He would not tell us why. We thought it was kind of silly, but he was very persuasive.
You must be talking about Cole.
Yes, Cole.
No, we know about Cole.
Oh,
well, never mind then.
In fact, if... Actually, you might want to stop by Thistledown then and go talk to him.
Look, if we're doing all this marching back and we're passing by the orb, do we leave it? Or...
Yes, it's... From what I understand, it's like I said, it's a protective ward.
Okay, then. I'm assuming you're going to want us to leave immediately, huh?
Gosh, I wish the ducks didn't all leave.
they all left. Quackers.
They went south.
No, quackers.
I was kind of hoping for a boat ride.
Well, if they go south, maybe Quackers is in Thistledown. That's where we found him originally, and where I tamed him.
That's when you hear a very loud quack.
Quackers! And I run outside.
Patches, no!
Don't
Wait! I stop at the door. I'm gonna go see if it's Quackers, and then I run.
Well, that's a step in the right direction for that one.
Oh, she's trying.
When you get out into the streets, you can see a duck looking for something. Like it's looking down all the street angles and...
Is it Quackers?
Sure is.
I run over to Quackers, and I'm like, Quackers, I thought I'd never see you again. I'm gonna little mouse tears.
When Quacker sees you, just kind of like lowers his head and just goes, quack!
Oh, little duck scritches under by his beak.
And then he kind of does like a thing where he like dips you under his bill and then flips you onto his back.
Yeah. Throw my hook around again, and I'll be like, alright guys, I got us a fast ride to Thistledown.
Won't it be really cold up there?
It's already really cold down there. Might as well be cold for a short amount of time.
It sure is going to be hard to find paths on the ground in the air, but I guess we'll give it a try. I could maybe use my map and I could see it from the sky.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. It's really good. It's a really good view. You see everything for like ever.
Do you think you can control Quackers?
Quack!
Yeah, definitely. I am boat wise.
Okay.
Before they leave, can Cookie ask for us, do you have any travel rations we could get?
Yes, of course. Let me...
Have any winter mouse clothes?
Let's see what we have.
Just a cloak would be nice.
You find some like mittens and boots.
Little mouse mittens.
Little mouse boots and yeah.
They for the most part they're either too big or too small.
These are like the hand-me-down leftover ones.
Yeah.
Well, this is more or less like very rarely do they need to do missions during the winter, but when they do, they make sure they're at least warm.
Yeah.
So he cracks open like the winter closet. And it has some like warm scarves and little hats with flaps to pull down your ears and hide them.
All right, well then Cookie will definitely get one of those for his. He'll take his chef's hat off and stick it into like a satchel with some rations, and he'll get that thing nice and tight around the ears.
Yeah.
Little aviator goggles. That'd be cool.
You don't find any goggles, unfortunately.
It'd be cool, but
They don't have a class of. There are something called the Sparrow. What is it? They're sort of like the Pony Express. If you need to get something somewhere very quickly, you can hire a Sparrow, which is a mouse who rides a sparrow.
Yeah, they don't usually take the duck bus.
Yeah. It's a quick way, and they can control them very, very easily. And if you need something delivered now, that's usually how that works. As far as you know, there are no sparrows in town.
Okay. Well, Cookie will grab equipment and very hesitantly be ready to hop on the duck.
The duck kind of like saddles down, like
Oh,
sits down, and
Quackers is such a good duck.
So how do we stay on the back of Quackers?
All right, so we're in a boat town. We're in a fishing village. I'm gonna ask around and see if we can, as we are rangers reporting about the snow stuff, see if anyone would be able to let us borrow some, like,
yeah.
boat gear, duck gear.
People are, for the most part, a lot of the ducks flew away with the gear,
Yeah.
as far as you can tell. So there's a bit of scarcity. However, I would like you to make me a circles check
Sure.
for boat equipment.
For boat equipment. All right, circles. Circles. Okay, 3. So,
Okay. This is going to be a 3.
all right. Ooh. Can I add anything to circles or resources check, or is it just a base?
You can add traits and help
Okay.
and all that sort of thing.
I'm going to add fearless. I'm gonna talk a big game, like, we're gonna fly this duck all the way to Thistledown, and we're gonna figure out what's going on with the snow. We're gonna stop it. Come on, guys, we just need some boat gear so that way we can all go and not just me.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I could do to boost you. I mean, could I use a trait to help her? Or no?
No, you can use either wises or a skill.
Can I use my boat wise?
You can't use it to help yourself.
Okay. Cool.
That has different mechanics. Because you
Chester-
can go aha or of course.
Aha.
Chester will help out with his persuader skill. He will try
Okay.
and assist by persuading people that we really need this. This is important. It is ranger work.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie will use his survivalist skill if he can to help look for the best looking pieces or things you can put together to make this.
Okay. Make sure that you guys don't die in the cold.
Yeah, that'll be kind of important. I don't want to die in the cold.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 6 dice then, and whoop. Hey, 3 successes.
All right. Easy game, easy life. You guys managed to find a saddle boat
Yes.
instead of a paddle boat.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a boat, except it's got a belt strap around it that you wrap around the duck.
Buckle him up,
Hook it
and
in,
and I'll give him a treat after we buckle the boat onto.
it's got a little like rope ladder on it.
All aboard the Quackers Express.
Quack.
He's just like looking at the harness. He's like, "Are you really sure this is safe, Patches?"
That's just as safe as any other boat.
That's true. Boats are inherently dangerous for mice.
He climbs on reluctantly.
So, just to clarify this, I know we're calling this a boat, but we're flying, correct?
Yeah.
You're not quite sure.
We're not
We're
sure
gonna
what's
find
going
out.
on yet.
Well, then Cookie is going to climb on the back and behind the group and like strap into the seat and be like, did I mention that I'm afraid of heights?
Just close your eyes, but if you open them, it's really cool. Unless you're afraid, I guess. And so you probably should look down, but it's really cool.
Are you sure we can't swim? You know, I much prefer the water.
It's cold out. If we swim, we'll freeze.
Yep.
It's also the wrong way.
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. Cookie
Alright,
doesn't.
Quackers. I'm gonna like hold his his little duck face, his duck face. Alright, Quackers. Remember when we found you in the field and you were eating seeds? We're gonna go back there and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what's going on. We're gonna stop the snow because it's really cold, and so we're gonna go south a little bit to Thistledown. All right, let's go.
You can see this cuts to a like very close up of Quacker's face and then like math equations. And he goes, "Oh, Quack," and then kind of like turns in the direction that you want to go, and like gives a few like. Starts running and flapping wings, and you see like snow dust going behind you, and
Cookie's going, oh, good lord, oh.
It's not quite as elegant as you want it to be because the boat is a little bit heavier.
It's a little bit heavier, but that way Chester and Cookie don't have to worry about holding on like me.
So what kind of happens is it's a run, jump, glide, land, run, jump, glide. So you're kind of like bounding.
Oh, but it's way faster than walking.
Yeah.
Ooh, and like Cookie's like closed his eyes and just buried his head into the back of Chester, like oh.
Chester's white with fear, just quiet.
Yeah, Quackers, we got this.
It's definitely your boat is holding together. If you had not passed that resources check, your boat would be falling apart at this point.
No.
I'm so good with ducks, guys.
But you managed to get good equipment and that sort of thing, and sort of the last bit of the journey, you toboggan down the duck into Thistledown.
It's so much faster. We don't even have to stop for the night.
No, it's because like it took you about half a day to get to Dawn Rock. It took you maybe a couple hours to get here.
And then I'll give Quackers under the bill, like the scritches right here. And then another treat when we get there. I'm like, you did such a good job, Quackers.
Cookies
still just frozen in the boat.
Yeah, Cookie's frozen.
Wasn't that awesome, guys?
Like, claws dug into the
Never again. Never again.
We got here so fast.
Never again.
Oh, get me off this thing. Get me off. Cookie's gonna like face first over the ladder. Boom,
into the
right into snow drift.
Chester is right behind him.
Cookie's like, like kissing the ground.
Cookie fell into the snow, and then Chester bounced off of him.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Cookie's gonna finally sit up and, Patches, get off that.
Quackers is such a good dog.
Okay, well we're here now. We're here now. Come on, let's go. Let's I guess go to the ranger station here.
So we gotta go find coal.
We should ask. We should try and once the world stops spinning, we should probably try and find coal.
Okay, I'll check us into the ranger station.
Maybe they'll know where Cole has been.
Yeah. With Strangus.
All right. We have now entered the player phase. I believe you all only have one check.
I think so. Yeah.
Which is good for today.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a second GM phase.
Nice. So Patches goes to check in. And I guess we look for coal.
Okay. So most people know who Cole is. Most people don't know where Cole is.
Would anybody know where to start looking for Cole?
You probably did good in starting at the ranger station, but asking around would probably be either a circles test or let me double check. None of you have hidey hole wise, so that won't count. Such a good wise.
I was gonna say, I'm just imagining him in a little hidey hole. It sounds so cute.
It does sound cute. I'm boat wise, duck wise.
Yeah. I would also count science, but I don't think any of you have science. So this would be a circles test. To find him. I don't know who's leading the search for that. That would be your check.
We didn't set goals for today.
We should set goals right now. Let's go ahead and do big.
I was scrolling through and I was like, oh wait,
Yeah. Oops.
I already wrote the duck.
The problem is like you have to like set up situations and then I get really excited and just keep going.
It happens. I completely forgot till now, and when I was scrolling through my page to look at my skills, and I was like, oh snap.
I think this is actually a really good point to do it because you guys have a mission in mind at the moment. So yeah, let's go ahead and do bigs. We'll do it in, I suppose, the order we did intros.
All right. Goal. What is Patches's goal for today?
Are we doing the full bigs or just the goal?
You can just go through your other two real quick.
Yeah. Belief,
Okay.
adventure is out there. Instinct, never run away from an exciting moment. Goal. Tempted to say snowball fight. She's definitely not torn up about the snow. She's not seen very many snows, so she's young. She's a young mouse. Come back to me. I'm thinking. I don't know.
I'm trying to think too.
Yeah, goals are.
Goals are
Well,
tricky.
okay, so I could help you out a little bit with sort of what the actual like mission statement of today is.
Okay.
And the mission statement is, why snow though?
Why snow though?
Yep.
Okay.
Or, just like either trying to either find out why it snowed, how to get rid of the snow, or any sort of like that's sort of like today's mission
Okay.
statement.
Yeah.
There's snow. Why? It's the middle of summer.
I think Patches's goal is going to be, figure out how to get rid of the snow. I think that's a good one for her. Because while she likes it and it's fun, it's not going to be fun for very long.
No.
All right.
Was it?
I think I might be next.
Yeah.
Yep. Jester.
Yep. Belief, the best paths are those we haven't walked yet. Instinct, I've changed a little bit. I will always follow the most interesting trail.
Ooh, I like that.
And goal, get Patches and Cookie to trust Chester more after they obviously don't.
Oh.
Your turn, Cookie.
All right, Cookie. Belief. Nobody should ever be hungry. Instinct. I always have to sample new foods and drinks. And goal. Since Patches is going for the. You're doing which one again? Find out the reason of the snow.
Figure out how to stop it.
My goal will be. Let's see. I was going to do something with the effect of the poppies with it. Okay, so if I understood you correctly, you said that this was a ward to stop the poppies from encroaching, correct? Or slow down their spread?
Maybe.
As far as you understand.
Yeah, from boars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Find out why the poppies are starting to spread again. Something simple.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good one. All right.
Yay, goals.
Goal's done.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
back to the
back
action.
to
All right. Patches has an idea on how to find Cole.
okay.
Anyone is welcome to stop her in this idea. She's like, alright guys, so I'm thinking we've got the mail bell. But what if we just said, important message for Cole of Thistledown, and I just run around in circles in the old town ringing the bell until we find him.
But the bale is a mail bale, and everyone's already freaked out about the snow. If you run around giving him the hope of mail,
Alright, what if I just run around yelling?
yes, you're good at that.
I am.
Okay, so this isn't going to be. So what are you hoping that will happen when you see Cole? Are you going to try to convince him that you're like? Are you going to try to talk to him as soon as he pulls out, or are you going to try to follow him?
Oh, I want to talk to him.
Okay.
Have Cookie pounce on him and sit on him. No, not really.
Okay. So is there a bother check? Is there a bother?
A
skill?
bother. If there's not, Patches should have it.
Patches should be at least a 2 in it.
Let's see. You know what? This is super manipulative.
I can use manipulator.
Yes.
Awesome. Important
and
message for Cole. This'll
Challenge 2.
All right.
It's a op 2.
Is anyone gonna help me? In my yelling.
I mean, how can we assist in you yelling? Like, hold you higher?
You just think of a skill that would help. It doesn't even have to be in the act of
Okay.
Just helping
the,
find
the
Cole.
shouting, but like maybe directing where might be the best places to do it, or
If you got one, go ahead, Chester. No, I was thinking I could use Persuader.
Mhm.
Talking with either local people, like, hey, have you seen Cole? Maybe you just saw him earlier today. Which way was he going? You know, oh, he's over that way. Hey, let's go that way. You know, going off tips
Okay.
from local
Yeah.
mind.
Chester will
Cole
help.
Thistledown.
He's going to use
Important
Orator,
message.
and he's going to help Patches find the best thing to say to gain
Okay, yeah.
Cole's attention. Like, just screaming out at him like that's not going to get
Oh.
it, but you have to play to his intelligence. He's very smart.
He's
He thinks he's
crafty.
smart.
All
Yes.
right. Mm-hmm.
You need to be manipulative, but in a very smart way.
So maybe like news, important message for Cole Thistledown.
Sure, that might work.
All right, important message for Cole Thistledown. And she's just gonna run around.
So you're at
Yelling
4 dice at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using any traits for yourself?
Let's use hard worker.
Okay.
It's just this is hard work running around, running around and yelling
Yep.
for a while. All right. All right. Oh, look at that!
All right.
Nice.
You're doing that. You're doing that for a while,
Yelling
and
really good.
there's a spot where you're running, and you just see Cole at a coffee shop in the middle of like everything else is covered in snow, and Cole's just in there on a like a booster seat.
Like
Drinking tea.
mid cup, like.
Just like just watching you run by. It's like
I'll back up.
Ninja run back.
I run forward, and then when I back up slowly, and my arms come forward. Because I'm going the other direction.
can I help you?
Yes, you can.
And
I'm
we're
gonna
all
wave way back down the street where Chester and Cookie
You know,
are.
we're quite a ways behind.
Yeah.
Oh, I think found him. Okay, yep. And Cookie's
Hurry
gonna
along.
trot.
So, we'd love to talk to you because you're super duper smart. We need some smart people.
Chester comes around the corner. Hello again, Cole.
I'm not a meteorologist. I don't know anything about this snow.
Well, Boris said that you would be the person to talk to here.
Oh, tea. That looks lovely. Oh,
It's actually he's actually drinking the coffee.
Oh, nice.
okay.
Yeah.
oh
I like the
Cookie is
coffee.
gonna get some coffee and tea while he's there.
I see. There's been a few things happening, Cole. We were sent on a mission to put a cat's eye stone marble almost, on top of a protecting statue or plinth or pedestal or something along those lines. And when we did it,
His face is getting more and more like confused. Just like
these two got concerned about it.
Yep.
Her, I don't know why. Patches is
Suspicious.
not
Real.
doesn't trust me enough. Cookie didn't say anything until he was awed by Boris's wonder, and then said that he looked into it and saw a snowstorm. And then there was a snowstorm here. And so he said we should talk to you because he's wondering if this snow might have something to do with the poppies, like stopping them or retarding their movement, or they're about to move into an area.
that I know a little bit more about because I don't really know much about snow. I don't know. I'm not, like I said,
It falls from the sky. Yay, I know.
Yeah.
or weird statues. Not really my area of expertise. Poppies, though.
Yep.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why we brought it to you.
Yeah,
Talking to you.
you're right. They do mess with the poppies. Like my experiments are ruined right now, so I'm here drinking coffee. I was having to think, as they say. But
How's that going?
you know what? We're not going to even think about that. We're going to think about, like you said, tracking their movements. I haven't had too much experience because even in my laboratory tests, the poppies don't move like they do, like the stories tell. You can tell that Cole is actually very young. Not only is he small, he's also very young. Probably about Patch's age. But he's also very tiny.
Very smart.
Yeah. Big head.
Big mousy head.
He's a young brain.
Yeah.
And Patches his pinky.
Little spectacles.
Pinky.
Definitely big old spectacles.
Oh, big old ones, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you mentioned that they might be moving again, and yes, the snow would slow that down because the poppies are natural things, and natural things don't typically like sub-zero temperatures unless you're covered in fur. But they're not covered in fur.
Nope.
They're covered in leaves and bark and thorns.
Cole pouring some coffee for himself too. What causes the poppies to spread?
That no one really knows.
Hmm.
People were just really glad that they stopped. You know, what is it, like 10 years ago now?
Do you think does the snow push them back at all?
No, it probably just slows them down. It probably doesn't even stop them completely.
Oh. Does it
the-
stop the sleepy effect?
That's sort of, yes. Because something to note, and this is something I've noted, during the snow and during heavy rainstorms, there is less pollen in the air,
Oh.
which is what makes you sleepy. They're not magical. They don't radiate sleepy energy. It's actually a pollen.
Interesting.
Is it stop it enough to where there's any way to make it through a field of these?
Oh, I wouldn't recommend that. Because
I feel
even if the sky clears up and it becomes summer again, and all the snow melts away,
You're in trouble.
Dunzos.
But if you needed to make, let's say, if you were a bunch of bad mice and you were trying to get something you left in Lockhaven, and you caused this type of snow just for a day, could you make it in and out without falling?
Potentially, if you had the correct apparatus, and if you had all the precautions you knew, like if you knew not to breathe it in, if you knew to keep yourself covered as much as possible, maybe.
So this could be like the coverings for a sneak attack.
Oh.
That is a very interesting
Oh,
theory.
no.
Huh. But you want to know where it's going.
Well, that was the first thing, the reason we came to you. But finding out about it, suppressing the effects of the sleepiness from the poppies, that's a whole nother angle. Because
Yes.
we ran into an ex-Mouseguard who
Feels
was still
real
wearing his
shady.
badge.
Robed in a
was-
lot of chanting.
really creepy and said that it was supposed to, that this was the solution to the puppies.
Interesting. I mean, like I said, it does help prevent them from growing too fast, because if you follow the stories, they went from Spruce Tuck to what is it? I need to look at the old map. They went from Spruce Tuck to Ivydale in about 36 hours.
No.
Which, by the way, for you guys would probably be like a 3-4 day trip.
Mm-hmm.
So plants growing that fast is
That's
a bit scary.
crazy.
Oh.
Okay.
So yeah, this would definitely slow them down if they decided to move that quick again. What would cause them to want to move again? That's a good question.
That is a good question. Has anyone ever tried cutting down the puppies?
I mean, we've had little success doing that. They're one, very thick, two, very spiny.
Oh yeah.
3, you get sleepy real quick.
Yeah.
Even if you have the correct protections. We tried to do it in the middle of a lightning storm, and we were still getting pretty tired pretty quick.
Is there anything that moves around in the poppies? Like that lives in there? Because we saw a squirrel go in there once and it fell asleep, and then we looked back and it was gone.
Oh, it probably got stolen.
By what?
Yeah, what?
Puppies.
The what?
You took
Oh.
the plants? Grab them?
I forgot that most people don't actually care what the poppies are. The poppies are alive.
Yeah, the
Kind of.
plants.
Yes.
Yeah, plants are alive. That's kind of like a thing.
You know what? That's probably not too relevant right now. You're probably more interested in all the interesting, wonderful.
No, you just said something really strange, and I would really like to know more about it. You're saying that it's obvious that the squirrel disappeared because the poppies are alive. I don't
Yes.
see the obviousness there at all.
You know what? He puts his coffee mug down. Might be easier to show you.
Yes.
Are you gonna finish that?
No, I'm quite good.
Bloop.
I'm gonna have to ask you to close eyes and hold hands.
Okay, I grab his hand and immediately close my eyes.
Cookie looks to Chester like,
I get lost real easy though, so don't let go.
Why do we have to close our eyes? It's snowy out, and we're not familiar with the area, and
I don't want you to know where my secret lab is.
Because it's a secret.
It's definitely a secret.
fine.
I'm okay with it.
I already got my eyes closed.
Closes his eyes reluctantly and grabs Cookie's hand.
Cookie's gonna grab his hand too, and then he's gonna take his free paw and tuck down his. Be ready to go.
And you start walking. You don't know exactly too far. Doesn't one of you have natural bearings?
I think that's Chester.
I have bearings, yeah.
You know exactly where you are.
Okay.
You can follow these streets to get here again.
Yeah, I'm like mentally mapping
and
it.
Patches
right there.
is so lost
Yep.
because she gets lost easily.
I'm imagining you, Chester. You're like, okay, 20 paces forward, then 30 to the right. You're like counting.
Ranger
You got
station
that
is
well.
right there. We're like 2 roads. Okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
I
And
have
then
no idea where we are. Are we in the forest? Are we in some kind of cave? Like, what's going on?
and then after a moment he's like, "Okay, you can open your eyes." Patches,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Um,
That's me.
If you wouldn't mind running the crank. As you notice, there's a crank in this room, and as soon as you start running it, you start going down.
Oh, I crank faster. I want to see how fast we can go down.
Of course.
Chester puts his hand on Patch's shoulder.
You go hesitantly at first, and you start moving down, and then it's that thing where it just drops and all your hats stay up and then fall down after you.
Yes.
Patches, stop. Slow
Wow,
down.
That was so much fun. You guys, that was fun, right?
And you boom, hit the ground.
Back. Ow. I'm not as young as you are anymore,
You want
Patches.
to do it again?
No.
Okay.
Welcome. And you kind of open some doors to my secret lab. And as you walk in, this room is full of like glass, not aquariums. What's the plant one? Terrariums. Full of poppies.
Cookie starts breathing a little faster, like, oh boy. Oh boy, it's not
Chester
nice.
stops breathing.
It's fine. They're entirely enclosed.
Eyes are like saucers. Like,
If anyone's gonna go to sleep first, it'll be him because he's really small.
He from his little coat hanger, he grabs a big white lab coat and some goggles and puts them on.
do we need those?
No. This is for aesthetic.
I like it. That's why I have the earring. It's for my pirate aesthetic.
Cookie's gonna very gingerly follow him, looking at every little thing like, oh, they're gonna get us to sleep. This is not good.
Now, the most interesting thing to note, and this is probably what you are looking at, and he brings you to, it's kind of like a big hallway with all these terrariums.
Mhm.
One of them, there's this poppy that has grown around this old canvas.
Ooh.
And he says, that canvas, if you'll take a good close look at it, when you do, you realize that there is paint on this canvas,
Ooh.
but it's
Paint.
white at the moment. Like it's just covered in random like splotches of white paint.
I think your painting's broken.
That was once a brilliant portrait of my late great grandmom.
I can see the resemblance.
Why would you put a portrait of your great grandmom in with the puppies? And what happened to it?
Oh, cause she was a reported witch. But
Oh, fair enough.
Oh.
the interesting thing is, if you look at it, as I said, there was paint.
Yep.
The poppies ate the paint. Well, they ate the color off the paint.
They ate the color and left.
Where's its mouth?
I didn't know poppies could do that.
Normal poppies don't.
Oh. So are these
Normal.
like
So these are abnormal poppies.
cannibal poppies?
More like color drinking poppies.
Wow. I pull my
Just-
red cloak back a little bit.
So do they? So they derive their sustenance from color?
As far as I can tell.
Oh.
Is
So if it snows and it's all white, then
White.
there's no color for them. Well, it depends, because
Oh.
color and pigment is different from color and light. That's a cartographer thing. Never mind.
That's a good theory though.
Cole, is there any way to tell apart the types of poppies?
Oh yeah, one makes you super sleepy. The other one that you can make into muffins.
Yeah.
We seed bagels.
Interesting.
So you're saying that the squirrel that tried to steal our mail is now dead and white somewhere?
Potentially, yeah.
Oh.
Well, maybe not dead. It doesn't actually kill anything. It just leaves them asleep because things naturally get their color back over time.
Oh, so it's probably feeding off. While it's alive, it's feeding off the returning colors.
As far as I understand.
That's so strange.
That's real creepy.
Yeah.
Cookie nods witchcraft.
I like The idea is just like you nod and witchcraft comes out of it.
Okay. So the snow would slow the pollen, which knocks people out, and also restrict the feeding of the aggressive carnivorous color poppies.
Yes.
Color carnivorous, color eating poppy, whatever they are.
Colornivorous.
Yes, thank you, Patches.
Yeah, I gotcha.
High five.
Cole writes that down.
You're welcome.
So why? Well, okay, so that there's just too much going on here. Who do you report to, Cole?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, Boris obviously knew about your scientific work here. So you obviously are reporting to someone about your work, or you're not very good with your secrets.
No, so Boris, that one's named Boris because Boris gave me those seeds.
Oh.
It points to one of the plants.
Well, Boris sent you the seeds.
Yeah.
And why did Boris send you the seeds?
Because I was taking a scientific approach to the removal of the poppies. Speaking of, you'll probably want some of this, and starts like moving over to these like big canisters, basically, that you would wear on your backpack with one of those like hand pump sprayers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This looks so cool.
This is an herbicide I'm working on.
Ooh.
I need it field tested. It works quite well in the lab, but only so much you can do with lab work. So, if you're interested, because obviously it sounds like you guys are interested in fighting poppies and finding where they are or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Maybe if we fight the poppies, the snow will stop.
Maybe.
I don't think they're coordinated in that way, Patches.
They might be trying to stop the poppies, but they're going about it the whole wrong way.
Fair enough.
Can Cookie walk over and pick up the spray pack canister and kind of look at it? Is it something that'll fit him? Because he's a little bit bigger mouse.
Yeah, because it'll fit around your shoulders. It might take you a bit to like get into it. You have to stretch a little bit further than you want to.
Well, who's up for trying to kill some poppies?
Yeah, we're not too far from them where we are right now.
How far does this spray its herbicide?
Yes. Well, it's a special herbicide.
Right, but how far away do you have to be able to get the herbicide on the poppies? Because you get close enough, you're going to fall asleep, and then you're going to lose your herbicide in us.
But it's snowing.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
That's why I haven't been able to test it myself.
Mm.
Not that I would want to test it myself.
Totally missed that part. Okay.
Yeah, so this is a perfect opportunity, which is the only reason why I brought you down here, to test out this. If you guys didn't have anything that you could help me with, I wasn't even going to invite you down, but whatever. You looked useful.
Right.
Then I'll take care of the sprayer and we'll go spray some stuff.
Yeah, let's go spray some stuff.
Cookie's gonna start putting on the pack. He's gonna. Do you have a clean sock?
Why?
Gas mask. Go put it in the snout.
If you're looking for something to cover your face with, I don't have too much. I have let me see. Kind of pulls out one of those little doctor masks.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay, he will definitely take one of those, and he's gonna put it on over his ears and be ready to go. It's gonna look like a Terminator mouse with his hat on, his mask, his like flamethrower pack, and really big.
Cookie.
All right.
Yeah, das ist Cookie. I'm ready to spray.
Yeah, so you got that.
Okay, the Cookie will just want to ask Cole. It's the nearest one's just outside of town.
I wouldn't recommend going there. Specifically, only because They might have gotten a resistance to my previous tests.
Makes sense.
Cookie looks to Pash and goes, I am not getting on that duck again.
Clackers is
Good
so
idea.
nice.
We could get on the duck and fly over them and then spray a large area.
No, I'm
Good.
not getting. No, you can't make me. No. And it's gonna be like
I'll do
camera,
it.
like strapped to the duck.
we slash cut to you being pushed up onto the duck.
They're like tying him to face backwards.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
Clackers. I hope you had a good little rest. Had some snacks.
Before they leave, does Cole tell them how to identify the different species of poppy seed plants so they know which ones to hit and
As far as
spray?
you know, these poppies have completely like overtaken.
Yeah, the others.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
perfect
you won't
then.
be able to tell.
Okay.
Don't
Uh,
die from the
yeah, 'cause-
plague.
Fun fact:
Try not
being a pollinous plant, when you crossbreed things, it's a dominant gene, whatever this is.
Mhm.
So it actually turned all the other poppies.
Oh, no.
into-
Uh-oh. Fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then I'm good to go and attack these poppies if
Let's
Patches and Chester
do
are.
it.
Did we have any
Um,
I'll
questions?
try it out.
So what was that? You guys still technically have 2 more checks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used mine.
Oh, okay. Well, then, Chester will make a check to plot the best course for us to fly using old maps with the herbicide to see if we can open up a pathway to one of the older towns. Let's just fly in a direction like that and see if we can this is an old path. This used to go here. So,
I have a question for you.
okay.
Is that path to Lockhaven?
Ooh.
I originally thought about going to Lockhaven, and I was like, that would probably be a very bad idea.
Or
That
a
is-
really good idea, because if it's magic.
That is the closest town to you that would have an old road.
Yeah, we're on Thistledown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the 2 maps.
Comparing maps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the same thing. Because yeah, there's like Shaleborough,
But that's more,
but that's pretty deep.
yeah.
Lockhaven's the only one theoretically that would be on sort of the edge.
Yeah, he would probably do Lockhaven.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the castle.
Yeah, so you guys sort of start taking flight again, and you're sort of bouncing up and down method. Give me, and you're charting a path currently, so go ahead and roll that. This is going to be in probably, because you're comparing old maps. You have access to old maps because we established that Thistledown's maps are completely outdated.
Right.
Mhm.
I'd updated them, but I didn't get rid of the old maps. I just,
Archived them.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say this is a 4, but you gain an extra dice for having those old maps.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I can't use it. I don't have anything to use against. That makes sense.
You can't use things against yourself right now because
Okay,
you're
that's
player
right.
phase.
All right. So, yeah. So that gives me 6. Anyone want to help? Cookie, want to help?
Let me look and see here. Can I use Weather Watcher to assist in planning the best path through the snow, like avoiding the thick, going for more of the light, in and out?
Yeah, I'll accept that.
That would count for the Weather Watcher type. in
Okay.
the ability.
Can I use my boat wise to help as I'm steering the duck?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's good.
Okay. So +1 for the old maps, +2 more. All right. That's going to be 8 dice.
You need a 4.
Got a 1
Hooray!
Ooh.
with
And-
8.
And nothing to
Wow.
burn. Cool. Go ahead and mark a failure.
Yes. Massive failure.
And I will explain in a second why that doesn't work like you want it to.
Yeah.
But before that, Cookie, do you have any check you wanted to spend?
For doing the spraying, am I able to use the fighter ability to increase accuracy and making sure I'm hitting
The poppies.
I'm going to tell you.
correctly and not overspraying, so to speak?
If you want to spend your check to figure out how this sprayer works,
Yeah, how about that? That'd be great.
this is actually going to be a science test.
Oh.
I don't have science, so this will be fun.
So you'll be learning science. So you're gonna take your bill, which is at 3. I don't think you're gonna be spending any points on this. This is a 0 task anyway. If you can get a 1 on this, you technically pass.
Okay.
So we take your will, divide it in half. That's how many dice you're rolling.
Okay, so 1.5.
Yeah, so you roll 1.
1, okay. Oh boy.
Pass or fail, 50%.
Can anybody help on this?
No, because you're testing new technology.
I'm like staring down the barrel. Alright. Come on, Cookie.
No.
No!
Technically, you get to mark a fail, and remember, when you're learning a new skill, you just need 3 tests on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can rank it up.
I have 2 on a lot of tests.
Yeah.
So close to ranking up.
Cookie, however, for failing that test, I don't want to give you sick, because that's just too mean.
I don't know, I'm already there right now, so it's fine.
IRL sick.
Yeah.
I am, however, going to give you angry. You get kind of like you're trying to figure this thing out. There's a bunch of knobs on it to like change how the spray works, and you're like, darn thing, and you're like trying to do the pump. You're trying to use it like a lever action when it's actually like a super soaker.
Why won't you back?
Yeah.
He's adjusting the nozzle. It's like narrow wide.
Yeah.
The hose is crinking in the back. Like, no, come on.
So you're getting a little angry with it.
Okay.
I already marked it because I was looking at your character sheet.
I marked the angry, so.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
Sweet.
And then we're gonna cut back to why Chester is going to end up failing your check. You did plot all this. You did kind of figure everything out. When you realize, as you guys are sort of coming to an approach, because you look through the old maps and the new maps, the poppies are encroaching upon Wild Seed. Like you can see them having grown over the hill and are like spearheading towards.
Whoa.
But they're currently not moving very much from your distance.
That's not good.
No.
Okay, so I will like patches.
Yeah.
Move this way. Wild
Okay.
Seed. They're going that way. We need to stop those.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Cookie's
Come on,
tailgating on the back with the spray. He's like, whoa, easy on the turns. Easy. Confounded machine.
Do I get a condition for that massive failure?
I should give you one. I think you're angry at the poppies because they're going towards your home.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. And it's not like it's not like I'm angry, I got angry eyebrows. It's more like these things are going after my home. I live there. That's where all my stuff is.
I want to have to move again.
Maple Harbor's real nice this time of year.
How many ducks?
A lot of ducks.
The ducks went even further south. Like they're going to where it's summer is.
Oh no.
But they're going to end up at the winter and be very confused. So you guys, I'm just kind of like time skip a little because you were like go that way. And we see the scene where you kind of like crash land into Wild Seed on your duck boat.
Yeah.
And you see the people here are either packing up their things, getting ready to go, or there are a handful of people, your two compatriots. You do have two other rangers in town.
Oh,
Did I ever write down their names?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I didn't. That was impolite of me. Let's see if I can find the name generator. Here we go. Their names are Ingrid and Thumb. So Ingrid is a big mouse with a giant axe.
Nice.
She's part of the what did I call those? The two jobs you didn't pick at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, the heavy and the specialist, I think.
Nice. Yeah.
So
Sounds
yeah,
right.
Ingrid's your heavy. So you know how you guys have a lot of jobs where you've been like traveling places to deliver mail and forge new paths. The heavy is called when a fight needs to happen. When something needs to be fought.
Cookie swoons at this large, beautiful lady mouse.
She's got like a big old helmet on. Not any other armor, just a helmet.
Just a helmet. Yeah.
Just a helmet.
Cookie does the bro nod with his hat and mask and a little spray rig.
And then yeah, Thom is your specialist. Has just I don't want to do glasses again because that's what Cole was, but you can
Monocle.
No, he's actually wearing a bow tie, and at the moment also like a big heavy cloak. So, and a little vest.
Nice.
He's a dapper mouse.
Yeah,
very
he's a dapper specialist. And you can see that Ingrid and Thom are kind of like fighting back against the poppies as best they can. Like their faces are both covered, and you see Ingrid like just smashing into some of the poppies with her axe, while Thom is trying to put together a like almost like a ballista to start throwing fire at things.
Okay, so we crash land and see this happening in the city?
Yeah, he's not having much success with this thing. It keeps on catching on fire.
It could go charging forward with this thing, with his spray rig, and be like, psst.
Fear not, the cavalry is here.
So this, because we're back in the GM phase, is actually going to be a conflict.
Oh?
Dun dun dun!
And I'm going to get my little poppy on the field here.
Fray.
Oh boy.
We had so much trouble.
I love these little pixelated things. They're so amazing.
All right. So first thing we need to do is we need to come up with a conflict goal.
Push back the poppies.
Okay.
Yeah.
And their goal is to find what was taken from them.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh. I bet
Oh,
it
really?
might be an orb. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe the seeds. They were babies,
Oh.
and they were mailed from Wild Seed
They
up
were.
the coal. Poppies are really mice that were turned into poppies.
Lagasp!
Like a little Franken mouse. Like
The next thing we need to do is roll disposition.
Okay.
So, who is your conflict captain here? I would think it possibly Cookie because you have the thing.
I'm charging in. I'll be conflict captain. Yeah.
All right. So, I need to look up to see if there's a conflict here that is close to what I was thinking.
Would it be just straight up fight?
War.
Whoa.
It's
Negotiation. A forceful negotiation.
I'm gonna say it's fight animal, but instead of hunter being relevant,
Okay.
science is relevant.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So you can use fighter or science,
Oh, okay. I can
Okay.
use fighter.
Okay.
Okay.
and then lore or nature for defend and maneuver.
Okay.
Okay.
Then Cookie, right off the bat, I'm thinking I'll do an attack action.
Oh no, we need to roll disposition first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
you're going to roll your fight or science with help. You automatically get help if people are joining in,
Okay.
which includes Ingrid and Thalm.
Yay!
Oh,
They're technically helping you in this conflict.
Okay. Then I'll use fight because it's a 3 and my science is 0. So, all right.
And because they're NPCs, how I typically do it is they don't help with every action, but you basically have 2 dice you guys can play around with to add to, like you can split them up and add them to your actions every turn. So every 3 actions,
Gotcha.
basically.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Which you might need. Let me do a rolly real quick. Cool. I have 13 disposition.
Shiza.
Wow.
Okie dokie.
Who's aside?
That's
Cool.
a lot of disposition.
That
gonna
sure
be a lot.
is. All right.
Wow.
I've been rolling really bad on my disposition.
This is bad.
Like I said, you have. So you're gonna roll fight,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then you have 4 additional dice to that.
Okay, so 3 + 4 is 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll those.
Okay.
Best we can do is 7.
Add that to your health.
Okay.
Can you explode those axes?
You technically can if you want to spend a fate and try to get a little more disposition.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, I will spend a fate and blow those up so I can roll 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
2 more.
Stand by.
Explode the axes. Oh.
Aw,
They exploded.
They did.
Thanks.
cowards.
Yeah, okay, so just 4.
The book refers to failures as cowards.
Nice.
It's
Oh.
great.
I like it. All
All right.
4 plus the 4 of us, and then your health.
I was trying to find my health.
Under abilities?
Abilities.
Right at the top.
Yeah.
Yours is 4.
Oh.
I am so blind.
So we have 8.
Glad you guys know where this is.
8 disposition.
No, we have 12.
No.
No.
He added the help to the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
8 total. All right. Sorry. We are in the hole already by 5.
That's
Okay.
that's fine. You guys got this.
And where's the thing where I can add those in?
What do you mean?
Don't we put those
Oh,
dots on?
Here.
We just keep track.
Oh, I can do that. You go to
Okay.
you right click the
Multi-sided
thing.
And
You go
two
to
side.
multi-sided.
Yeah, okay. I'm learning.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Boop.
Boop.
Cool.
All right. Gosh, that's. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna up talk myself a second. This is so nice because you can visually see it. Like
Mhm.
numbers, it's one thing.
I think this is nice.
All the little
Mhm.
flips. I'd like to at one point actually make this and then just take a photo of it, like make a physical version of this.
Mm-hmm.
You could totally make one of these with tokens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Little chips. Boop, boop, boop. All right, team captain. What do we want to? How do we want to fight these poppies?
Oh, I need to select mine first. Hold on.
So we can use fight
so-
or science to fight these things.
Correct.
Oh, well, I'm a hunter more than a fighter, so. But I have a little bit of fight. I have to
Well,
fight.
we have attack, defend, feint, maneuver,
Mm-hmm.
with the perks for attack being fighter or hunter, which would be science, defend, lore or nature, feint, is fighter or science, maneuver, lore, or nature. So, what do you guys feel strong in? Cookie
have
would like to attack.
4
I have-
nature and 2 fighter.
I will mention, your spray canister is actually going to give you 2 dice on any attack or fate.
Okay,
Nice.
Cookie's definitely attacking then.
Yeah.
I have a 3 for fighter. So I think Cookie will do an attack action first.
All right, we want to attack first.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll put you boop, up front. I can't move you though, so you got moved.
Question about I'm 2 of 3 in nature. So if I were to roll nature, do I roll 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Being taxed sucks.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
It's also really hard to recover. Pretty much the only chances you have to recover it are before the game summaries and during winter, which is when you have a vacation.
And so lore is lore mouse, right? Is that the same
Correct.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I can do lore mouse or fighter. Both are 3 for me. So
My nature's 4, my fighter is 2, so I could defend or maneuver.
You guys think we should do... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm going to change the rules a little bit. How Ingrid helps in this conflict is anytime you take the attack action, you get 1 extra dice.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Put that in the wrong layer.
'Cause she's a heavy.
So, did you say, Chester, that you have ability for attack action?
yeah, I
He's
can. I've got 3 on fighter, and I have 3 on lore, so I can add 3 dice on any of the 4.
Are you guys thinking we should be kind of aggressive then with those perks? Do like an attack, either
Attack.
maneuver, defend a maneuver / and then attack, like an attack, defend, attack, or attack, maneuver, attack, or we could do an attack.
We've been pretty good. Well, I mean,
attack, defend.
Could do that too, a double attack right off the front. Just have you go right after me, Chester, and then Patches on the rear.
okay.
Attack.
You're the fight leader.
That sounds good to me. We'll do an attack, and then you said you can either do defend or maneuver.
Yeah, defend or maneuver.
You get
'Cause
a
those
bonus
are
if
the
with
natures.
Tom for maneuvers.
Oh, okay.
Then I say do the maneuver, then get the
All
bonus.
right, sure.
Okay, let's do that. We're gonna bring this poppet plant down.
And by the way, since this is a fight animal, you technically can still use your weapons and get those bonuses as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Wow.
remember what my weapon bonus
If I'm
was.
using the sprayer.
The sprayer bonus is like that's a weapon,
Mm.
so you're getting the 2 dice as a weapon bonus.
Yeah.
So I
You
did.
can't use that and your staff.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm dual wielding here.
No, you don't get both. Typically, in a conflict, you choose 1 weapon that you're using for the conflict.
Okay, so I get plus 2 dice to maneuvers. We might want to, because I use bow. I don't know.
The interesting thing about bows is how they interact with other attacks.
Oh, weapon bonuses. I found it. Ha
Like,
ha ha.
Okay.
you know when you attack someone who is also attacking you, you both hurt each other. With a bow, it turns into a versus test
Oh, okay.
instead of an
Alright.
independent.
Okay.
So it's actually good for attacking if you need to attack defensively.
Okay. Well, then that's fine. We'll go with
Yeah,
that.
because I get a +1 to maneuver. So.
Okay.
+1 to success if you hit. All right,
Yeah, I
shall
don't
we?
get a plus to the attack, but yeah. So it's a versus. Nice. Okay.
Shall we reveal the first action?
Sure. Oh.
Oh,
So you guys kind of landed and immediately started helping. What you didn't realize is that the vines had already started creeping along the floor, and they're gonna try to like snatch a foot.
oh no,
Um,
no.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll.
Okay.
I
Fight.
got 3.
Wow. Okay, so I get 3 plus my sprayer, which is a 2, so that's 5.
And then Ingrid. So you're at 6.
Ingrid
Yeah.
is 6.
And then your friends always help.
So.
Okay, so
7,
do we get
8.
2 for that?
Mm-hmm.
8.
Ooh.
8. Okay. And that's all the bonuses we have, correct?
Unless you spend a trait for yourself or you want to spend persona or anything like that.
Trait for myself or persona. I could spend a persona. Cookie gets angry. Arr.
Are you spending that to tax your nature or to add 1 dice?
To add 1 dice.
Okay.
So dropped it down. Add the dice. It's 9. All right.
Good luck.
Cookie goes charging in with his sprayer weapon. Is like, grrr.
Oh, that's 3.
Oh, I could.
You could explode that 6 or the axe.
Yeah. Let me try. Oh, come here. Arr. Sorry, keyboards.
Oh!
Roll another. They keep on exploding.
Yeah.
Come on, explode again.
Oh!
No,
Oh.
that's
Let's
still
take it.
5 total. So
Yeah.
this is a versus test. So
Ching.
basically you succeed by 2. So you're gonna deal 2 damage to it.
Nice.
Let me choose a side. 1, 2.
He's aggressively spraying everywhere.
It's one of those things where you notice it trying to reach for your foot and you like spin around and it does a thing where it kind of like twitches as it
Ooh.
it doesn't just like shrivel up, it shrivels up backwards.
Oh.
Whoa. Cookie grins like, yeah. This is good. Cool. Will he keep doing his attack thing?
All right, round 2. And this is why I was talking about how the bow thing works. It's because it's attack.
Oh.
So this
Nice.
is a versus test.
Okay.
You got this, Chester.
All right. So I have 3 for fighting,
hmm
and I have 2 helpers and Ingrid. So that's another 3. So that's 6.
I got a 5.
Ooh.
I'm going to use long tail to actually balance me. My big tail to actually balance me while I'm firing. I'm firing from weird angles and using my tail to help me balance. So I'm shooting all kinds of arrows at people and things and poppies. So that'll give me 7 dice to roll. I think. Yep, let's see what happens. Please roll better than I've been rolling. Please roll better.
Oh.
I
Oh.
have 1 fate left. Because I used 1 already.
Mhm.
All right. So I will roll that one again to see if I can get 1 over. Nope.
Oh.
All right.
Fail again.
So, explain to me how you're like using your bow to just keep these poppies back.
Well, they're not moving as quickly as we've seen, but you have these vines that'll come out, like the ones that were going after Cookie. And so, like, I imagine that, like, he's up in the front trying to herbicide them, and I'm using the bow to try and, like, when others, they're trying to flank him, I'm taking those vines out. I'm trying to stop them or pin them to the ground or whatever I can do to retard their movement towards Cookie and Ingrid.
It's one of those things where it's definitely what you're trying to do, but it's like you pierce it into the ground and then it just like rips it out, but you've prevented the attack, but it's still viable,
Okay.
if that makes sense. Because you guys got the same, and in a versus test, that means nothing happens.
Okay.
Stalemate.
Yeah.
Oh, cheese and crumpets. This thing is tough.
Still technically a success if you're keeping track of that.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, it's a failure. It is a
Okay.
failure. Yeah, so remember that you keep track of one. You get one
and
pass or
fails.
fail
That's
per
right.
skill. And last, it's still
Oh.
attacking.
Uh-oh.
It's trying to find what was taken. It wants to get its goal.
Uh-oh. Well, we're maneuvering, so...
Mhm. It's another versus test.
Alrighty. Let's see. Ooh. Alright, so I use my nature, which is 4.
Yep.
And then 5, 6, because you 2 exist. And then my hook and line gives me +1 to maneuver.
Yep.
So
Tom gives you +1.
7. And Tom gives me +1, so 8. Okay.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. beat that 2.
All right. Oh, I gotta copy the thing. T dice. Oh no, I didn't beat it.
No!
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh, that's the problem. Like I've definitely rolled 13 dice before and gotten a 2,
Oh man.
Oh
and it's
gosh.
the saddest thing.
At
That's
least we
very
only
sad.
lose 1.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna lose 1 disposition.
Yep.
All right.
You're trying to like use your hook and line to do like some fancy stuff, but as you're kind of like swinging a little bit, it actually like catches your cloak with one of its thorns, and you kind of go tumbling.
Uh-oh. All right.
Round 2.
Reset.
Round 2. Reset. Okay. I think I'm still gonna have Cookie attack back. Do you guys want to do then another maneuver and then attack?
I mean, what do you think would be best here? You're leading the conflict here with your herbicide. I mean, it didn't attack, maneuver, attack.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps we should
I think
maybe
it's
do a
being
maneuver.
pretty aggressive, so.
I say do a. Ooh,
Consider a
what if we did a
feint?
feint? Yeah, I was gonna say, what if we did a feint and then an attack? So attack, feint, attack. Gotta beat it back, yo.
Okay. So, who wants to faint?
Do you get the bonuses to feint, or do you, Chester?
I don't believe either of
I-
them did.
Yeah, no, I get bonuses to maneuver.
I think it's
But-
you, Cookie, who gets the bonus to feint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You. Okay, then I can trade out.
No,
No,
you've
'cause
got
you
the
don't
good
have your
weapon.
staff.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say no, that sprayer though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you only have that weapon. You don't have your staff, so you get no bonus to faint right
Then
now.
just do an attack, defend, attack then.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Keep it easy.
Defend.
so I'll go last on the
Okay.
attack.
Yeah.
Attack, defend, attack.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, mix it up a little. All right.
Yeah.
All right. The reveal.
Oh!
All right.
So this is double attack. You are both probably taking damage here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with all my bonuses, I'm back to a 9, correct? Actually, no, it'd be an 8 because I spent a point to boost it last time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just do an 8-roll. So, get him, Cookie. Ah!
All right.
Can I spin a fate to blow up the axe?
Sure can.
All right.
Roll
One
it.
more.
Yes. Yes. Get him, Cookie. Get him. Get him with that sprayer.
Oh!
One more.
Keep going!
Wow, he's going to town.
Cookie's angry.
Herbicide him.
You grr.
Oh! Keep going!
Get him, Cookie. Get him.
Oh!
Okay.
4,
haven't seen him
5,
move this
6,
fast since
7,
all you did
8.
last summer.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
7,
8.
8.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, we take
damage.
4 though, right? Yeah.
We take
So
4.
Cookie, you found the heart of like this current like cluster that you notice that all of them kind of grow towards the same core. Like they have they kind of grow out of a rat's tail.
Whoa.
Oh.
And you found that, and you went deep into there and just started trying to get that area clean. However,
Spraying so hard.
you're getting cut up by thorns. You are starting to feel, even though you have the mask on, you're so close to this, you can start feeling a little drowsy.
Uh-oh.
You see his pump sprayer's not spraying as hard anymore.
But you definitely fought it back quite a bit. However,
Uh-oh.
you're out of position.
Oh no!
Oh!
I got a free feint on you guys,
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Feint versus defend.
which means you don't get to roll anything.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I just happened.
Oh no!
Ah,
That's it.
damn.
All right. So we haven't had you guys fail a conflict yet.
Nope.
Um,
Cookie was valiant, but then we defended.
Yeah.
Thought we should have maneuvered.
I was laughing because you guys were like, attack a feint, attack. I'm like, man, how many times have we done the same thing?
Same thing.
Uh huh.
Well, that's why I kind of like this game though, is that you decide first, and then we just go from there. So I like it.
It's tough.
Mhm.
Sometimes the interactions are really rough. Like the feints and the defense are always a risky move
Mm-hmm.
for that very reason. So you guys are kind of out of position. You guys all kind of rush. That Cookie's like, hey, there's this core here, and you guys kind of all rush towards that, and it kind of like pokes open, and you can see even more of this pollen sort of flying out of it.
Whoa.
Sort of like in a cloud, almost like a.
Spore
And-
attack, super effective.
You were right there, Patches. You were ready. You're ready to go
Yeah,
for it,
ready to defend.
but it wasn't. You weren't expecting. You were expecting maybe more thorns or the pollen from the sky. You weren't expecting this
No.
attack in this direction, and it just hits you. And if you guys realize that if you do not get out now, you're probably never getting out.
Ooh.
So you get to make a major compromise here, though.
Uh-oh.
No, you get to make one.
Oh.
You guys do not get your goal.
Mm-mm.
You do not get your conflict goal. You do not fight them back. What do you get, though? Because you almost won.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a major compromise.
Can we at least, I mean, this is just throwing it out there to you guys too, fight it to a standstill to where it's not going to take over the town?
No, because that is also fighting it back. Oh, I see what you're saying. You wanna fight it like.
Stalemate.
Yeah, we were trying to push it back.
Stalemate. Yeah, we were trying to push it
stop
back.
it in its tracks at
Did we at least stop it? Yeah.
Got it. We
Like
can
we're probably
do that
going to
for
lose
sure.
the town.
Right. I think you might lose a couple buildings
Mm-hmm.
before you maybe light them on fire. Maybe Thumb finally gets realizes his contraption isn't working and just start the poppies have grown into some of the buildings.
Whoa.
And we're covering them and growing on top of them, and he just lit them on fire.
Lit the buildings on fire. Yeah.
One of the houses is Chester's.
Oh no.
Oh, no!
Yeah, one of the houses is Chester's, and he's the one. He's like, it
Oh, you're
says
back
we
making
have to do it.
supplies.
We just have to, and so he burns his house to try and help sign the
no.
town.
Oh
No.
And that does cause them to. They don't immediately. It's very strange. It's kind of a tactical choice where you can tell that they're not growing into the town anymore. That you guys are willing to burn your own town
no.
and are now. Imagine a spearhead coming down,
Mm-hmm.
and then it wraps around the town a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like a. Let me see if I can draw a shape.
Like a pincer maneuver.
It's not all the way around yet. So here's your town. Oop, that was on the wrong layer. Stupid GM layer.
The bane of Roll 20.
So here's your town.
Okay.
It kind of grew like this.
Oh, okay.
Like it was going to reach around it, but has not quite gone all the way around. It hasn't prevented you from leaving,
Mm-hmm.
but it wants you to know it's there. Let's see, where are we on time?
We got.
I wasn't expecting an 8-point damage throwdown.
Cookie was awesome.
It's luck of the dice, man. Look at the dice.
We
I
almost
wasn't
beat him.
expecting that either. Oh,
Just kept rolling axes.
that health though compared to ours. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean,
Disposition.
thing,
Sorry.
you guys have fate and persona to help you
Yeah.
balance that. I don't usually.
Yeah, at that point we had evened it out. It was 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We just maneuvered at that point. We might have stood a chance.
Yeah.
And
Well done,
it's
Cookie.
there's sort of a point because it's still kind of snowy. It's still cold. But with the poppies being so close to town, everyone's either, like I said, a lot of people were packing up to leave and are still considering doing that. And the mayor, who I didn't name on our first session. I just realized I was looking over my notes. I named the mayor of Thistledown.
We didn't stay here very long.
No. Let's call him Mayor Tander.
Okay.
Tander. Mayor of Wildseed. Okay. He kind of rushes up to all of you. Maybe you've had to like pull back, right? Out of all this poppy because you guys were about to pass out. In fact, some of you might. Maybe Chester actually had to like pull Cookie and Patches like the last bit of the way.
Yeah, I was thinking probably since I was farther back,
Right.
hook him with Patch's hook and just drag him out.
Back into the center of
You're
town.
like our combat medic. You're saving us. You're like, I got you guys.
Don't give up on me now, boys. I got you.
And the mayor kind of comes out and he's like, "What's going on here? This is outrageous."
Poppies?
Poppies?
I can obviously see that.
It's like they want something. I don't understand why. They came straight from the town. They're not leaving.
I knew that was a bad omen.
Oh,
What
what?
was a bad omen?
Come inside. Let's get warm. And kind of directs you
Okay.
to his house.
Do you have coffee?
They don't have coffee here, but they do have tea.
Let's get some tea.
Cookie's definitely about that tea.
He's the mayor. He's got lemon. Like he puts a little lemon inside the tea.
Oh.
If you want it, it's like a big old spoon of it.
Patches likes a lot of lemon because it makes her face pucker.
And I don't want you guys to have to like re-explain everything, but what do you tell him and what do you leave out?
Cookie thinks he should tell him everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I think at this point we're just unloading.
Okay. So you have informed the mayor of everything that you have theorized and all that sort of stuff. And he's like, "Oh dear. That is quite unfortunate."
Yeah, I think it would be unfortunate. I had to burn my house to stop the town from being destroyed. That's pretty unfortunate.
Yes, you are free to stay here, of course. If you are staying in town to help the evacuation.
We're staying as long as we can, unless something else comes up. This is all very strange. Do you know that poppy seeds were sent from here to Thistledown?
What? That's outrageous.
You keep saying that word. I'm not sure you know how to use it properly.
Not sure that word means what you think it means.
It means that I cannot reach it.
No, that's outreaches.
Quite right, Patches. You're right.
Reaches.
What is outrageous then, and why is it out of my reach?
Well,
Now is not the time for semantics, I believe.
yeah,
You can actually tell, like, you can actually kind of see it in his eyes. He might have been a little too deep in the pollen himself.
Oh.
looks like you've been too deep into pollen, eh, old chum?
Like his eyes are. I think it's. Do they dilate or do they open?
Probably dilate.
Yeah.
They dilate.
So yeah, he's got that kind of look to him.
So does Cookie. So does Patches.
Yeah.
Cookie's there rubbing his, sipping on a tea, like,
Chester grabs the mayor by the scruff of his coat and says, "Wake up, man! Get a hold of yourself!"
You slap him. I hope you slap him.
I slap him.
Pop up to the
And he goes, oh, yes, of course.
You're the mayor.
Yes.
Mayor something.
I did. I told the town to evacuate. That's what
Mayor
I've done it
Commander.
before. I'm doing it again.
What are we gonna do now, though?
When did you evacuate before?
I suppose you don't know this, but I am actually the, I was once the mayor of Copperwood,
Oh,
long time ago.
I see.
Appointed mayor, the actual mayor, had been lost. Trying to investigate the poppies. But when we didn't hear back from him and they were encroaching, he decided to pack up and leave.
Mhm.
As you can tell, there's no fighting back against them.
I don't know, we were doing pretty good until it went poof.
Yes, it's many tricks up its sleeve.
It's a very wily plant.
I'm wondering. It seems driven to this town, to our town.
That's when you hear a knock at the door.
Dum dum dum.
I answer it.
Can
Hello?
when you reach the door,
It's a puppy.
you knock and you open up the door. What you see
The
is
door.
a gray squirrel that is currently like splotches of white all over it, holding a letter.
Did you steal our mail?
Does this look like the same squirrel?
It does, except for the white splotches, and it looks very nervous,
Mhm.
like,
It's not very nice to steal people's mail.
and
Thank
then
you.
hands the mail to you, and then like its ears perk up for a
You
second,
should stay out of the poppies.
and then it scurries the hell out of there,
Okay.
Which direction does it run?
away from the poppies.
Okay.
Okay.
I will open the mail facing outside and away from me because the last time I opened a letter near the poppies or a box, I fell asleep. So just in case
That's
it's
just
a
so
trick.
proud.
I'm gonna mention, you will need to find a letter opener first because this has been sealed in wax.
Can I use my hook and jank it open?
Yeah, you can do that. So are you gonna stand at the door? Or are you gonna head back to where everyone
I'm gonna
else
stand
is?
at the door in case it's full of spores, and then the spores will
Okay.
go outside. If it doesn't explode, I won't open it up and read it yet. I'll just
Mhm.
close it back,
But-
and then I'll look who it's addressed to, because I didn't even
Question-
look at that.
Question 2 is our sleepiness wearing off now? We're a little bit more awake, or is it still kind of...
There's a drowsiness to it, and part of that is that you guys all have the tired condition.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oop, put that condition on there.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, does Chester have that as well?
Yes. You had to kind of like get a little deeper than you wanted to get them out.
Now I'm angry and tired.
I'm just
Mm.
tired.
Just
Good
like
combo.
Cookie.
So yeah, the letter is sealed in wax.
Okay. Pop that sucker open, and then I look who it's addressed to.
There's no address to it.
Oh, well, that must be for me.
It was like it doesn't look like a standard letter,
Okay. Oh.
and it's on like old, like the letter itself is old parchment.
I'll walk inside, opening the mail. I'm like, I got a letter, guys. It was delivered by our squirrel friend, the mail thief.
In
A squirrel?
In a very beautiful cursive script, it says, "You will return what is mine, or else I will find it. Because it is only by my grace that your town is even here."
Okay. So I think the poppies wrote us a letter. They have really good penmanship, and they don't say what it is. They're just like, "Give me my stuff," and we don't know what your stuff is.
Is there a
Poppies.
signature, Patches?
Oh, let me see.
No.
Nope.
But the wax seal that you cut open
Uh-huh.
is with a signet.
Oh, you recognize this signet?
But you broke it. It's hard to see
Well,
now.
how did I put it back together?
It's pretty, if you can put it back together, it's pretty obvious. This is the same one that you saw in the market earlier today.
Oh, it's a Mouseguard.
So yeah, it's that brooch off the guy that we saw with the hood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's
But
the same
it's-
design.
It's the Mouseguard signet, though. I mean, it's for like all the mouse guards, right?
Yeah. Well, most Mice Guard did not carry. It's not like your organization where you guys stamped in and stamped out.
Okay.
This would be for possibly like either like senior staff or the matriarch herself.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Pescatio.
Well, does anybody in our group recognize that signature as to who that is? Like,
There's no signature.
or
It's just
the
the...
signet.
Yeah.
not that, but the seal. I mean, is there any clues that would instantly say who that's from?
We present it to the mayor.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor,
What do you know about this, Mayor?
the poppies are
He
sentient.
kind of like shakes a little bit and kind of like takes off his glasses.
I think you need those to see. I mean,
He's not looking. He kind of saw it and like immediately like, and then he puts them back on to look at him again.
Yep.
Oh dear, this is much more serious than I thought.
more serious than losing the town?
And snow and poppies in summer?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
pretty serious.
that's real serious.
My friends, this is... Did they not succeed?
What?
Succeed at what?
There aren't too many people who could have this signet ring.
Okay. Like
Most
how
of them-
many? Like
Most of them we thought we defeated.
like 27? Like
I believe it's 8?
8. Okay, well that narrows it down.
And how many did you think you defeated? For sure?
How many were in the chain? I've only heard stories about what had happened, but some of them switched sides, which wouldn't make sense.
Oh.
Well,
Or did they switch sides?
oh
Double agents.
Bum, bum, bum.
no! What
Pirates.
more pressing, I think, is what they must have taken. We had adventurers come in not too long ago through town.
Mm-hmm.
They were quite excited on their way out. The tavern was quite lively last night.
Oh.
Left first thing in the morning, with a wagon covered. I don't
You didn't
believe
peek underneath the covering?
know, but I believe they may have looted Lockhaven.
Patches just has like a look on her face like, why wouldn't you look underneath the covering? Like, isn't that the most obvious?
How would they have gotten to Lockhaven to loot it? You
may
said
have
they
to
came
ask-
through last night.
Correct.
That means they know a way through the poppies.
Yes.
Oh.
I thought not to question them, because if they left, told stories, and then came back, we would see an influx of travelers to our town. Maybe get a little more commerce, but
Which direction did they go?
oh, they headed off towards Darkwater.
Okay.
Darkwater?
I see it!
Yeah, it's a port town.
We've got a dock. We've got a boat.
Mayor, I'm disappointed in you right now. Anyone going into the poppies is a big story and should be questioned much more thoroughly than worrying about tourism to our town.
People always go off into the poppies.
Yeah, but they
They-
don't come
They
back.
don't come back.
They often like will get a couple steps in, then come back, right? Like
But
people,
this group
people know limits.
this group came back with stuff. That should have concerned you. You've lost the town now because it wasn't concerning enough.
You're right. He looks kind of disappointed. Oh, you're right.
At least you have a house still.
That's
And like
okay,
I said, it
Chester.
is
We can
yours
build you
until-
a new one.
Don't think I want to stay here.
We can build you a new one in Maple Harbor.
Can you hold off the poppies while we chase after this?
I'll write a return letter. And she pulls out a piece of paper and writes, Dear Poppies, we are gonna look for the stuff that we have no idea what it is, but we have an idea of where it went, so we're gonna go look for it. Please don't eat our town while we're gone. Be back soon. Thanks, bye. Patches. And I'll fold it all up into a paper airplane, and I'll just throw it in the poppies.
It does that thing where it keeps traveling and then it just gets darker and darker around it until you can't see it anymore.
Yep. Replace it. Let's go get those vagabonds. Let's pillage their plunder.
Is there any threat?
Pillage their plunder?
Yeah, they already
Plunder?
plundered and looted it, so we gotta pillage their plunder.
Okay.
All right.
That makes some sort of piratical sense.
Yeah.
Is there any threat of the poppies moving further into the town? Do they need to call more rangers in to help stop it?
I sent them a letter. I told them, no, we're gonna go. We're taking care of it, and to just give us
Cookie,
some time.
you're right. We probably should send letters to the other ranger stations as well. But who's going to send them? Well, we could send Ingrid and Tom in different directions.
Yeah. As it while everyone else evacuates.
Yep.
Yeah. They're currently helping with the evacuations, but if you tell them the plan, they'll be like, that makes total sense.
We need help. We need more rangers.
Yeah.
They could send someone to Thistledown
Go
and
to full
Ironwood
parade. The beacons are lit.
while we go
Sorry.
to Darkwater. All right,
Yeah.
quackers.
Yeah, they'll probably send someone down to Ironwood and back over to Thistledown.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll spread out from
Oh,
there.
and we should write a letter and have them deliver it to Colt too. Let them know about the stuff so you can give them more. To help
Yes,
fight
going there
poppies.
anyway.
Let them know the spray works good.
Mhm.
Make more. Make
more.
grenades or something.
Yeah.
Make smoke grenades of that stuff.
Make it flammable as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Double action.
This is war. All right.
Then yeah, we should probably head out and go chasing after those.
Go to Darkwater to pillage the plunder.
All right.
Shanana.
Let's see. I think we can, because I still have one more turn in the GM phase.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to give you guys, at least one more chance to get some checks.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you guys were pretty dead set on not failing the poppy encounter.
We were trying.
We were trying so hard. We almost had it.
So I think we're gonna go ahead and get the travel check out of the way, and then next session we can just start in Darkwater.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, quackers.
So are you taking quackers?
I don't want to leave him.
Okay.
Poppies will get him. Even though, he's a good.
In that case, I want you to make me a boat check.
Okie dokie.
Boat check.
Boat check.
Boat check.
And I don't get to add my wise. So.
No, but you can ask for help and all that sort of stuff.
Guys, let's ride quackers. We'll beat them there because they left last night. They have a head start. We gotta go fast.
I will help here, but I'm not going to enjoy it. I will. Yeah, I guess I'll use Pathfinder to try and provide direction.
They would have had to
Quackers?
take a road, so
Yep.
Yep. So
Said
I'll use.
wagon.
Can I use Scout to assist? Looking ahead.
keep an eye out for them.
I'm
Yeah.
in the maps. He's looking forward. She's controlling the duck.
So I got 4.
All right. So I'm going to tell you, if you get a 2 or
Okay.
higher, you will intercept the group on the road.
Oh.
If you fail, you'll get there about the same time that they reach town.
Okie dokie.
If we get a 4, we land in the cart and crush it.
You ever seen a C-130 land on a car? It's not pretty.
There you go.
All right. So I have 4 dice.
You need a 2.
I need a 2. Can I use a persona point to give me an extra dice?
Sure can.
All right.
Don't even have to ask for that.
But I want to use a trait against myself. I want to use
Perfect.
lost. So it
All
goes back
right.
to 4.
I love that your pilot is the lost person.
Yep.
Yep. So. Ooh!
3.
You got it. All right. So I think next episode we're going to start.
That's another pass on my boating. I had never failed on boating, guys. I'm such a
Where
good
are you
boater.
at? Are you at 2 and 0 for
I'm at-
pass fails?
Yeah,
So you need a fail to rank up.
I do. I have like a pass fail. I have 2 passes in scouts and no failures. I have a pass fail in hunter. And I got a pass fail in manipulator, but 2 passes in crafter.
Nice. All right. So I think that's where we're going to end for today. We're going to go ahead and go through our final bits.
Yay!
Woo!
That was good.
Closing statements. How you guys liking the weird poppy stuff?
Ooh, it's mysterious.
Good
It's
story so far.
Yeah, it's very intriguing.
Like, what's going on?
I never would have thought like poppy plants and how they affect you and the things they can do. It's really cool.
I'm glad the squirrel got out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
pat-
And I
he's
gave
patchy
him a
now.
good scolding
weak.
before he left. I'm like, now
That's
listen
true.
here, you. Don't steal people's mail and this wouldn't happen.
We call him Patches now.
Patches the squirrel.
This cool.
As opposed to Patches the pirate.
Yes.
Right.
Don't worry. Wait till I get my eye patches. Alright. So.
All right. So we're going to go around, do our bigs real quick, and then the workhorse and all that sort of stuff. Let's start with Cookie on the bigs.
Okay, Biggs, belief. Nobody should ever be hungry. Well, we ate, but I don't know if we really did anything super big with that one this episode.
Is anyone hungry?
Nope.
I guess no. I'm angry and tired.
Oh, no one's hungry.
That's kind of like hangry. Okay, so on that's up to you on that one, but you know,
What's your instinct?
I always have to sample new foods and drinks.
Okay, so you definitely didn't get that one, but I would give you the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So got a fate point. Okay, thank you.
And then goal.
Goal. Find out why the poppies are starting to spread again. I don't know if we found out why exactly, but we did find out more at least.
Mhm.
I think you're working towards it, and you get your fate point.
Okay, that
Yeah,
works.
instead of a persona.
Yeah, we're getting there. So, cool.
And you're pretty dangerous with those fate points anyway. So,
Mhm.
Spray,
Mhm.
spray, spray, spray.
Chester.
Chester, belief. The best paths are those we haven't walked yet. Well, I mean, I guess the path from where Lockhaven Road would have been to Wild Seed was a path that no one's ever taken, but we took it by duck boat.
Well, you didn't actually get to Lockhaven.
Well, no, we were heading in that direction, and then we saw the poppies, and then we turned and went the other way across made our own path. We blazed a trail
With a duck.
With
with
the
a duck.
All right, I'll give that to you. So fate point.
Oh,
Yay.
trails, woo.
All right.
duck trails.
Instinct. I will always follow the most interesting trail. I don't know that I really followed an interesting trail, but I saw poppies going after my hometown. That's about all I did.
I don't
Go
think
that
you
way.
got that one.
Yeah, no, I don't think I got that one either. And goal, I didn't work on this one at all because we didn't have a chance. Get Patches and Cookie to trust Chester more because they don't trust him. Looking at you,
no.
Cookie. Very disappointed.
What? He trusts you. He just didn't trust
Not
his-
enough to tell him important things when he asked twice.
No, he just didn't trust his own eyes and what he saw in the orb. He trusts you.
Mhm. You know what? You trusted the little mouse there to tell him.
Googly eyes.
Yeah. You trusted that mouse. You didn't trust Chester. It's fine.
It's only
Patches
because the
just
pressure
doesn't
finally
want to
got-
get
I
in
won't get
trouble.
I won't get a persona point. It's okay, Chester. Cookie says I'll be to you. It's fine.
All right. Okay. And then Patches.
All right, my belief adventure is out there. Oh man, we're about to pillage some plunder, and we flew like twice and fought some poppies. I say we definitely found adventure.
Definitely adventure abound.
Yes.
I'd say it was very.
That one's pretty easy to do until you get to the library episode.
Yep, and then she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm so bored." She'll have to make her own adventure then, and that'll be bad. Goal: figure out how to get rid of the snow. No, not at all.
No.
She's like, "Well, is the snow good?" Now she's wondering, is the snow good? Is the snow bad? Is there like a fight going on and we don't know whose side is who and who? How? Like little swirly eyes.
Lots of stuff going on.
Instinct: never run away from an exciting moment.
You're running away.
I know, it's sad.
Except you're running towards more excitement.
More excitement. She's like, me. Stalemate. More excitement.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
Pillaging plunder is way more exciting.
That is very true.
And it's right on brand.
We're gonna pillage their plunder. My first real act of piracy.
All right, and then we have
And the Rangers okayed it.
MVP, workhorse, and embodiment. So we'll go with MVP.
Cookie.
8
points in the face of the
Yeah.
poppies. That was just bam.
That was all luck, but if you guys want to call it that,
Yeah,
sure.
but you know, you did it. You got it.
You spent the resources, you got the big dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I bump up what for that?
That is a persona.
Peace.
Persona, okay.
All right, and then workhorse is the person who slogged along in the background, made the most checks, had the right skills at the right time.
Right skills at the right time.
I just played with maps.
I'm thinking
That's
too.
pretty important.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you give it to multiple?
No,
Yeah,
that's
the last
a
one's
single person.
multiple.
I'm leaning towards Chester, to be honest. Because you helped keep us on track. You helped did the information digging and finding out of what's going on, especially when speaking to the mayor and to Cole. But on the flip side, so did Patches running around, being all crazy and wild. I say Chester.
Yeah, Chester did do a lot of assisting. He assisted pretty much everybody this episode.
Yeah, and you saved our butts. You pulled us out of the
That's
pockets
true.
while we were dying, and we're like, "Wah," and you're like, drag us out like a combat medic. You're like, I got you, bro. I got you.
All fine, like you have wounds on your shoulders. You don't know, like I tied a rope to an arrow and shot you and drove. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. Yeah, that's okay. You're safe now.
Don't harpoon people.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, I say Chester. So.
Okay.
Embodiment.
That's
Body.
a persona for that?
Yeah, you get a persona.
Patches.
I'd
is
say
old.
Patches was true,
Patches
was
is
on point.
Patches.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we're
That-
two running. She had, yeah, no. It's straight
No, that was
Patches.
non-stop Patches attitude right there.
And she's pillaging plunder at the end. Like it's pretty much from the beginning to the end. Patches was Patches.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Perfect. So that's another persona.
Okay, cool. Boop.
All right, and that's it for us.
Woo!
Episode done.
Yay!
Yay, episode 3. We have one more left. That's okay. We're gonna figure this out.
The story's gotten good.
I know it's so
I want to know more
intense.
about those poppies.
I want to know who the signet ring belongs to.
I want to know who caused the snow. So
You caused the snow. That was you.
You caused the snow.
we don't know that.
Patches and Cookie together caused the snow.
I actually know who caused the snow.
It's Cookie.
Nope.
Ooh.
Sugar-coated cookies.
You
but-
guys didn't think to look who sent the letter.
Nope.
That was a thing you could have done in town.
Nope. That's fine.
Daijobu.
We'll figure it out eventually.
Yep.
But yeah, let's go around, say who we are, where we can find you, and what your favorite moment from today's game was. Let's start with Chester.
Yeah, I'm Deception Check. I play games here on Laugh Love Lindy's channel. I also do a Tuesday Call of Cthulhu game on Encounter Roleplay, 2 p.m. Eastern on Encounter Roleplay. Lots of fun with Redundant UK's the game master there. It's a lot of great fun. Scary, creepy. We're going to a mine next week. It's going to be fun. Best moment was Cookie just kicking butt with that herbicide. It just you can't beat that. That was just awesome, and it was so Cookie, and yeah, good times. Thanks.
Awesome. Speaking of Cookie.
Shiny Pilot 206 playing Cookie. Find me here, also Laugh Love Lindy's channel. That's about any place you'll find me. I lurk and chat every now and then for other people, but yeah, had a good time. Favorite part, I like learning all the lore and information that was presented to us this episode about the poppies, the backstory, the information, all that expanding and growing the knowledge base is cool to me. I like that stuff. I'm a history kid. I like history, and this is cool. It's like learning Mouseguard history. So yeah.
What's funny is it's not Mouseguard history. This is all part of the AU stuff, but
I love it. I think it's cool. It's fun.
You guys are the first group to actually look into it.
Sweet.
Or be given the chance to look into it. Yeah.
We're nerds.
I'm real excited to finally get it out of my head.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're excited.
What this is awesome. I think it's cool.
Awesome. And our fantastical game master.
Hello! I'm Ethan, our Super Robot Bear on the Twitter. You can find me here, and in, I think, a month or so, you can find me on... I don't remember what channel we're doing, but it's Owls of Lycia.
Oh,
which is
Phantom Roll Booth?
Is it going to be Phantom Roll Booth, or...
Is it? I don't know.
It might also be a Little Red Dots channel.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Probably one of the two.
One of the two. Yeah, because we switched stream channels for logistical reasons. But other than that, I'm currently working on a couple writing projects, such as Gobs of Gobs. I'm helping Charlie write her Cypher vampire stuff. But you should go check that out on, is that WebDM?
Yes.
Yeah. And a couple other design projects. I talk about it on Twitter whenever I get a chance. But I also co-host a podcast called Too Many RPGs, where we talk to fans and creators of RPG shows, like this show. We talk to people, and it's fun. It's just an hour of people telling us about things they love, and it's wonderful. And that's me.
All right, what was your favorite part, Ethan?
My favorite part are how you guys interact so well with each other. Like, I like at the very beginning, there's the scene where you guys all popped your heads out of the snow, or like falling out of the dock. Those are my favorite moments. It's just when you guys are being you.
Awesome. And of course, I'm Lindy. This is my channel, Laugh Love Lindy. You can find me here on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. All previous episodes of In the Shadows of Lockhaven are on YouTube, so you can go check those out if you want to see the first two. Of course, this one will be up in a couple days. Yeah, I play in /DM about a dozen or so tabletop RPGs a week. Specifically, Tuesday nights here, you can find the super duper spooky Mists of Ravenloft, where shit's about to go down. It's a lot of fun. These two are in it, and they're gonna love what happens next week. Yeah, super duper fun. It's super duper fun. But yeah, we've got one more episode of Mouseguard left, and so yeah, just come check it out, come hang out, say hi, what's up, say what you thought about the episode. Fun. But we're gonna go give a little raid to Encounter Roleplay as they're playing Achtung Cthulhu, and I'm a huge fan of Cthulhu. I'm not quite familiar with the Achtung system, so maybe I'll learn a little while we watch. But thank you guys so much for hanging. We will catch you guys later.